We're live.
And hello everyone, and welcome to Feytouched, a brand new Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition campaign set in the wondrous Feywild. I'm James. I'm a professional dungeon master with RPGathome. It's my great pleasure to welcome you to this new campaign with new art. Very stoked, but we'll talk about that very, very soon. This is episode 6 of this fantastic game, and of course joining me on this journey are these fine 4 people you see amongst you. A warm, well met, and welcome to you all. The Trenny. G'day. Good morning. Good evening.
Hello.
How are you today?
Yes. I'm doing pretty good. Everything's been okay over here. How are you?
I am excellent. It's beautiful blue sky. We're getting out of winter here in Australia. It's lovely. My children are back to school, so they're not around. We've been having our vacation for winter, so it's great. We've got an empty house, so I can concentrate on Dungeons and Dragons again, which is really, really good. How's Rhode Island today? You guys still sweltering under a heat wave? I've been reading that everyone's dying of heat over there.
Not at the moment. Tropical storm Elsa came by, so we're getting a little bit of just a lot of rain, so it's cooled off a bunch. So we're enjoying that.
Very cool. I was running a game late last week, and I only just got to see the last end of you guys doing talking about our game on Running Wild. So thank you for doing that. That was really, really cool. Also, and that was with Jared. Hello, Jared. Jared's,
Hi.
as per usual, frantically listening to multiple things while he coordinates the stream. How's it going today?
It's pretty good. Really, I've got like some Eminem over here that I just like check in with every now and then. So I'm not even actually listening to the stream. I'm just listening to other music. No, it's good. Hi everyone. I'm Jared. I play Quinn, Elf Ranger. Maybe for the future, maybe I play. He's an elf server going forward. I don't know. He's got he's under mind control, I believe.
Level 7 barman. Yep.
right. Yeah, excited to play.
Very cool. Hello, Taylor. Welcome.
Hello. Thank you. I am Taylor. I play the Eladrin elf Ezmerelda, who is going to be facing quite the ordeal in this game. Super excited
For a
about
change.
it.
Yeah.
For a change, she just hasn't been challenged or put through hell.
Yes, Ezmerelda's playing our Eladrin, who of course came from the Feywild into the mortal realm and hasn't had the best time of it since. But someone who has had the best time of it is Eric playing Bisbo. Hi, Eric. Hi.
Hello. Yeah, I play Bisbo, the Kobold assistant manager of an inn and tavern. A great big promotion for him, so he feels a little bad that Quinn is still the bartender. He won the promotion over him, but it's a healthy rivalry. So
you've got significantly more flair going on too. You've got more kind of stuff all over you.
That is true.
Very cool.
Very I have managerial inventions.
No one tell him he's business maintenance.
You're head of maintenance. That means I'm the manager. So, yeah.
Okay.
Very, very cool. Well, and welcome back from the break. Of course, the July 4th holiday last week, so we didn't run a game, which was very strange. It was kind of weird to kind of lock in the schedule around you guys, and it was kind of a bit weird because, of course, in Australia we don't celebrate July the 4th because
it's a shame.
Why would we? Yeah. So I hope it was good. I hope you got to set fire to stuff. I hope everyone got drunk and cursed the British. I'm assuming that's what happened. Everyone ride through town on horses
pretty much
late at night.
All 365 days. It's less frowned upon on July 4th. So.
I just figure that the whole country breaks out into crime like National Treasure.
Like The Purge.
The Purge.
Like the Purge.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's like The Purge, but with barbecue and fireworks.
And your biggest threat is to yourself, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
No one ended up in hospital, I hope. Anyway, let's play some Dungeons and Dragons. Before we begin, I need to acknowledge the creators and artists that we use on this show, and of course the big one this week, which was you guys might notice we've got awesome little character portraits, which is the incredible work of Darshan Pragnani, who's our wonderful artist that we got in to do some really cool art for us. And I love that he did me a little Dungeon Master one as well. It's really cool. I'm having to grow my beard to emulate the actual portrait, which has been a bit funny. Darshan's from Brazil. It was an amazing joy to work with him. In Australia, I had this great experience of kind of waking up every morning and then all the artwork had been improved on each day, and it was just quite incredible. Darshan Pragnani is his name. Check him out as that name on Instagram or Fragdar on ArtStation. And the link to his art will appear when we do this on YouTube in there. So go and check him out. I was blown away. I'm assuming you guys were too. It was quite
so quick. I feel like.
Yeah.
It was super quick. It was kind of like
he was like, "Here's 6 sketches," and we were like, "Those are incredible." You know, can you do this, and this? And he's like, "Yep." And we were slowing him down. I felt like half the time. Like,
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, everyone's like, no, "We've got jobs to do, man." Like, it's like, yeah, but I've got here's the new colors. Yeah. And it's kind of like, I think he's asleep. Yeah, but that's okay. I'm still working on it. And Bisbo in particular, you've got so many different apparatus and so many different bits. It was cool to watch him just tweak that look.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, we'll see. So at the end of the stream, there'll be full-sized art, and then there'll be a link to his like his name and everything, so it's super clear where to go. So I'll make sure to throw that up at the end. So
really cool, and he's available for commission. So if you're running a D&D game, I've got to say his rates were really reasonable. It was super quick, and it was just wonderful to have found him. And looking forward to kind of as you guys level up, we tweak the characters, and as you lose ears and eyes, we just kind of put eye patches on.
What?
Sorry.
Of course.
Sir?
No, of course. No, it's fine. Disguise self covers all sins.
There you go.
Of course, there are other wonderful artists around providing maps and art and sounds for D&D. I need to thank Sirenscape for what's seemingly our endless loop of the bard music over the last couple of sessions as we've been working in the tavern. I promise you there'll be different, more dynamic combat music coming up. The Sirenscape have got amazing soundtracks. I've put this one together for this game. We're also using a whole heap of stuff from Kobold Press, which is really, really cool, and potentially leveling up. We've spoken to these guys. Great new Kobold Press spells and feats coming, which I'm really excited to show. And of course, the creatures we use each week. And finally, a quick shout out for the guys that have done the tokens and battle maps today, Forgotten Adventures and Moonlit maps. When you have a look at this map that we've got coming up at the tavern, I think you'll admit it's really, really wonderful. So thank you all to all of our great creatives. Thank you very much to Darshan. We very much appreciate the wonderful work you've done. Any last little plugs, any last little things you want to add before we dive into recap and get into playing some Dungeons and Dragons? We all good?
I'm not popular enough to have plugs, so I don't know about the rest of you.
No, that's not true.
At the moment.
Well, yeah, not right now. Working on it. So let's dive into it. When last we met, our hardy adventurers were in an inn. Finally, a place to relax and rest and have some beers and food, and after the torturous ordeal that you guys had in the forest before. Of course, what's happened is our adventurers have fled the village of Riverbend with a cleric in tow, Tismay, who has undergone a transformation when she was supposed to be confirming her role within the community as a priestess of fertility and life and nature. Instead, at the 11th hour, Tismay put out her hand and took the powers of the Twilight, the mistress of night and magic, that potentially has altered her face somewhat. She's becoming a little bit more disfigured and becoming more of, well, let's face it, she looks a bit like a hag. As her transformation into a hexblood began, of course, the village was a little bit shocked and concerned about this. And through the thanks of Ezmerelda, who's a new arrival from the Feywild, Tismay's been bundled out of town, followed, escorted, assisted, helped by 2 soldiers of the army of the Grand Duchy, Bisbo and Quinn. These guys headed to a mill on the outskirts of town where they were met by Tismay's mentor, who advised them to go and speak with her ex-husband, a guy named, and this is the druid, we're never going to remember his name, Tiernan, a drunken druid who was supposed to have been staying at a rundown tavern called the Cerulian Inn in the middle of a forest. A trappers and hunters lodge, so to speak. And so our group set off, and Tismay, unfortunately, despite the fact she's grown up in this area, got pretty quickly lost in a forest, in true Feywild kind of manner, with giant mushrooms and huge fungus that would animate by some strange tendril creature that gave everyone foul diseases, horrible hybrid lion/dinosaur creatures that spray you with terrible foul-smelling musk. And it was a bit of an ordeal going through the forest, saved only by meat spray and some outstanding spell work, until you guys arrived at a small river where you've had a little bit of a bathe and a bit of a refresh, found some old ruins of an old ruined bridge and what seems to be a previous culture within this forest, and then emerged upon this inn that looked nothing like what you're expecting. This place is beautiful. It's a large inn with lots of people, and it looks more in the traditional sense of a proper tavern. There seems to be stable rooms. The lights are beautiful, far from a furrier and trapper's lodge. You know, you're expecting grizzled old men that hadn't bathed in weeks. You're expecting almost like a moonshiner's vibe, but instead a beautiful terraced inn with tables overlooking a beautiful mountain stream. Having said that, you were washed but pretty exhausted. The ordeal of getting the way through the forest meant that this was going to be a place to stay, and you arrived inside the inn and were greeted by a servant named Dinky Tinkerfoot, a gnome, a purple-headed gnome that seemed hell-bent on serving you, finding you food, finding you drink. And over time, you realise something's not quite right in this inn. Dinky has repeated a lot of phrases over and over again. It's a lovely afternoon. It's welcome. How can I assist you? You notice that the tavern keeper, who's a half orc, is just kind of going through the motions of kind of washing glasses. There's an absent-minded bard that's just playing the same kind of music over and over again, a slovenly drunk propped up against the bar, and hushed tones of the patrons just inside. And it was Quinn first, I think. Yeah, was it Quinn? Yeah, Quinn first that seemed to drift off into this malaise. Quinn, of course, has had this mind rot fungus within his mind that's been slowly diminishing his mental capacities. And heading over to the bartender, Quinn's returned saying a similar kind of circuitous conversation. It's a lovely afternoon. How can I assist you? Almost as if he's been dragged into a serving role within the inn. Ezmerelda, of course, understanding what Fey charms look like, has immediately warned the others, saying, don't drink anything, don't eat anything, we're leaving this place. But before they had a time to leave, Bisbo's eyes have glazed over as well. He's starting to, kind of become part of this strange scene, this part of this tavern. Our two heroines, Tismé and Ezmerelda, decided they would make an exit from the inn to try and get out of here before they too were charmed, only to have their way blocked by a couple of ruffians, I guess, a couple of the bigger bar that have just kind of been, again, it's a lovely day, you should stay, why don't you sit down? And so you're getting a sense that the people within this bar are not what they seem, or they're certainly being coerced, or they're being controlled, or something's not quite right within this tavern. So when we rejoin our game, we've got Ezmerelda and Tismé making their way for the door as Quinn and Bisbo look on, gesturing them back to their seats to serve them food, drink, a plate of trout, a tankard of ale, a glass of wine.
Can I shine your shoes for you?
Just as a note, James, I actually got us out. I used that check to kind of put it upon them that they were being rude by not letting us leave.
With an intimidation roll, yeah?
Yes. So we are outside.
I'm not sure that actually happened, but all right, I'll go with it. You make your way out into the moonlight and realise that it seems to have gone well past dusk. You've emerged right on sunset, and in fact, you've heard them say it's been a lovely afternoon. And as you arrive outside, both Ezmerelda and Tismé look around, and you can hear the sounds of owls in the distance. You hear the sounds of crickets and the creek and the river passing beyond. You get a sense that time has gone differently here. Like it's been some time, maybe 2 or 3 hours. The moon is up quite high as you hear the sound of the river running past, crickets, and in the distance, even some spotted fireflies overneath the creek. the lights that come out of all the windows spill out onto the road, a road that looks as though it's had quite a lot of traffic, but how can that be? You're in the middle of a forest. The doors close behind, and you notice that the men that were blocking your path don't leave and chase after you, as if they've kind of let you leave, safe in the knowledge that two of your party are well inside.
Okay. Ezmerelda will turn to Tisme and ask, do you have a water skin at all?
Water skin?
Yes,
Sure.
something. Okay. And this is full, right?
Yes.
Okay. What just happened in there is Fey, that's Fey magic. The Fey live by rules of hospitality and infringing or imposing upon the hospitality, even though it's offered to you, can often put you at their whim, which is what happened when Bisbo decided to try and use magic and Quinn asked for the trout. Now, I have an idea to get them free. However, it may require quite a bit of finagling from me. And how are you feeling right now? Are you okay? Do you feel funny?
Yeah. Yes. Not the greatest. Not the worst.
Okay. Do you feel the impulse to serve and go back into the inn to work, or is it just further from what was affected you before when we were having a bath?
There's been no compulsion that you can feel. There's been nothing that's happened beyond the mind rot, of course.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I work. I would know if I worked there. I don't work there.
Okay. Now, here's my plan. I'm going to need you to keep everyone there that's working in the tavern at bay. Don't accept anything. Don't insult anyone. In fact, be over complimentary and be very kind when you speak with them, but don't accept anything. I'm going to attempt to find, yes, kind, gentle, understanding, but don't accept anything. Oh, and don't say thank you directly. If you want to show appreciation, just say my appreciation. That's it. If you say thank you, it's a very, very old way of us believing that you are attempting to repay kindness with words. And that could ensnare you as well. So just try to keep that gnome and the half-orc and R2 distracted. I'm going to try to find the Fae that did this, and I'm going to try and get him or her to undo this. That might take some time. Do you feel okay? Can you do this?
Okay, kind.
Yes.
No, thank you.
Yes. What do you say instead?
Oh boy. No, thank you. No, that's not kind. Appreciate something.
On the right track. Yes, my appreciation.
My appreciation. Okay.
Yes.
Kind.
And
my
yes.
Appreciation. No, thank you. And distraction.
Perfect. And distraction. Perfect. Just follow those rules, and you should be okay. All right. Now I have the water skin here. Do we have any more of those breads from earlier? I don't know if we went through them.
And Tisme goes through her bag to see if there's any bread left from before that was given to us.
Oh, you're a baker's daughter. You always have bread.
Yeah, I figured we haven't been gone that long. I'd still have some more.
Yeah, it's only been day 2. Yeah, magical feet. Summon bread.
Ezmerelda will take some of the bread as well and kind of put it into her stuff and just go, okay, keep them distracted. I'm going to find the Fae that did this, and I have a feeling they might be in the kitchen. I'm going to check. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Deep breath. Be careful.
So,
Yes.
okay. So what do I do?
Just follow me inside, and we're going to pretend like we've got a
gotcha.
breath of fresh air. Okay?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Let's go.
No, thank you. Okay.
Yes. And Ezmerelda will re-enter the inn with a smile and what a lovely walk.
So lovely.
You re-enter the inn, and as you say, what a lovely walk, so lovely, you look around and things are slightly different. Just a little bit. Where there were 2 tables of people, of men that are chatting, these kind of patrons, one of the tables is now empty. The 2 men that had tried to stop you from leaving is gone. The other table where there was 2 men is now 2 men and Bisbo, chatting amongst themselves, having a drink, having an ale. They seem to have known each other for quite a long time, old friends catching up for the first time in a while. The barman is still there with the slovenly drunk passed out on the bar. You hear the bard is still playing, but instead of a gnome rushing out to greet you enthusiastically and welcoming you into the inn, you see Quinn with an apron and a cloth over one arm that walks immediately across the floor and greets you openly.
Hair pulled back, all probably nice and pampered now and clean and... Oh, hello, welcome to the Cerulian Inn.
Hi. I
Can I
know
help you?
you.
Can I get you something? I'm sorry. Do I know them?
Never seen them before in your life. They're brand new into the inn, but travellers, perhaps they've been here before.
Oh, returning customers, of course. Well, can I get you your favorite meal or a tankard of fresh ale?
For now, we would like to take a seat. We would like to just take a moment. Tismay, right this way. And she's actually going to move Tismay over to the table, making sure that she is in front of Quinn and Quinn is not leading them.
Are you returning to the table you were sitting at earlier by the fire, or there's a couple on a balcony? There's kind of other tables around. Are you returning to where you were sitting earlier?
How far is the balcony to the bar?
Oh, it's on the complete other side of the room.
Okay, we're gonna go there.
Okay, sure. You head on out to the balcony and you see the river flowing. So this is kind of outside the main room with the beautiful candlelight. It's a lovely evening, but as you look around, it's not as dark as it was when you just left the inn. So from this perspective, it looks like it's very early twilight, like the sun has just set.
It's a lovely evening. We're so happy you could join us here.
So
I'm sorry.
lovely.
You fish, right? You fish? Some fresh fish? Maybe,
Oh, my friends and I would like to take some time to just settle in. We will call you when we're ready to order.
Of course, I'll be waiting right outside. Hop, skip, and a jump away.
Perfect. And then Ezmerelda will help Tismay get seated. And okay, are you still doing okay?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Kind.
Okay.
Very kind.
Ezmerelda will just affectionately just like press her hands on Tismay's cheeks, and you were just so wonderful. You know that? I feel easier knowing you're here. And she's gonna straighten up and time to find that Fey. Call Quinn in here and ask him as many detailed questions about the menu as you can think of. Okay?
Okay.
Thanks. You do know I'm not the DM, right? Like, why don't you...
I know that.
I'm going, you keep Jared. Here we go.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's TGI Fridays, but in a medieval way.
Yeah. So Ezmerelda will lean forward and excuse me.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, of course. What can I get for you? I'm so sorry. Ale?
Actually, Actually, my friend has a couple questions about the menu. Would you be so kind as to help her?
Of course, I'm happy to serve.
Fantastic. Chisme, go ahead and ask your questions. I know you have plenty of dietary restrictions and needs to be met.
Yes,
Right.
so many.
Yeah, it's Cerulian Inn. We're happy to tailor the meal to however would make you most comfortable. What can I do for you?
Wonderful. What kind of flowers do you use in your kitchen?
I'm sorry. Flour. We have your standard self-rising flour.
Yes,
I
but
believe-
the grain, is it wheat? Is it like a potato flour, tapioca, rice, almond? I have a bit of a gluten intolerance, so I would like to know.
Chisme, you're perfect! Okay,
Um,
while this is going on, Ezmerelda is going to sneak back into the bar room.
All right, Tismo, just for my curiosity, can you give me a deception check, please?
Oh no.
No.
Hold on, but
No.
because she's talking about bread, James, does that
Yep.
give her any advantage or anything?
Uh,
Like bread
no.
knowledge.
I do
No?
know a lot
bread
about
knowledge is
bread,
huge.
but
Yeah,
no.
That's all I'm
She didn't
bread.
take. She didn't take the feat. She should have
Just a
taken the
plus
feat.
one bonus.
I did not take
She
chef.
did not take bread maker. I'm sorry.
No.
No, it's okay. Look, that's all
there you
right. You know
go.
enough about bread with your -2 to charisma roll. That you did all right. That's kind of cool. All right,
Yeah.
and so Ezmerelda leaves the two of them chatting about different rising and glutens and bakery related discussions as you enter back into the room. You hear the sound of Bisbo talking to these two men, but it's Bisbo as unlike you've ever heard him. It's almost as if it's scripted, talking about hunting, talking about trapping, and how well today's skinning has been, and it just seems really unusual,
Right.
like very, very strange.
Ezmerelda's going to pause a moment and, don't worry, Bisbo, I'll get you back. Is that half-orc barman still hanging out?
He is.
bar?
He's just standing by the bar, seemingly polishing glassware. He's barely moved. When the last time that Quinn spoke to him, he just kind of raised his eyebrows, but he's just there. He is just working on glassware.
Okay, and the door to the kitchen is right at the other end of the bar.
Correct. Yeah. So the bar is, I don't know, it'll be about 20 feet long, and then the door to the kitchen is right at the edge of the bar. So he's slap bang in the middle of it. So it'll be about 15 feet from him. He will absolutely notice you as you walk past him, though. There's nothing in between.
No. Ezmerelda will approach him and, excuse me, I don't want to be a bother, but we noticed there was some spills out on our table at the balcony. Could we get assistance with it?
He doesn't register your question. He doesn't even move. He's just polishing a glass.
Huh. Ezmerelda will move along the edge of the bar. Does his gaze follow her?
Yep. Just watching you, not saying anything.
This.
He breaks out as if breaking out of the trance. Could I get you something, miss? And puts the glass down and then goes towards what looks to be a wine rack. Wine, perhaps. Ale. Water.
Looking around the tavern, looking around the bar, what is a bottle that's furthest from the point where she's at?
Oh, there'd be some brandy wine at the top shelf on the far side of the bar, for sure. It's over a series of barrels. He'd take some time to get there.
Ezmerelda will just... I'm sorry, my eyesight is terrible. I can't... What's that bottle right up there?
He looks up, the old brandy wine number 7. Excellent vintage. Can I get you to make a quick insight check for me, please?
Yes.
Yep. Would you like a glass, miss?
Are you sure that's the brandy wine? I know there's been quite a few counterfeits in the area. I just want to make sure it's the real thing.
I'm sorry, what does counterfeit mean? Is that like an ale?
No, it means someone has falsely replicated this brandy wine to something with lesser quality.
I'm sorry, what does replicated mean? Is that fishing?
It's like someone is trying to sell a bass for a salmon, but claiming it's salmon.
It's a wine.
Strap in, folks. 3 more hours of this. This is the content you came to see.
This is the content. Fuck. Ezmerelda will just. Not for me, but I do believe my friend would like a taster of that wine.
Okay, ma'am. He walks. If he turns his back, he'll walk towards the shelf.
Esmeralda is going to try to get over that bar and go into the kitchen.
Acrobatics roll. Let's see how well you climb over the bar.
Let's see. I'm the wrong Esmeralda today. Hey!
Yeah, dirty 20. Lovely. All right.
Yeah.
No worries. With a quick, very fast vault. Esmeralda leaps over the bar, through the double doors, and into the kitchen before you even have a chance to even think about it. And as you walk in, you see that there is a large fireplace here with a pot that seems to be boiling. There's a couple of benches with some knives and chopping boards and some vegetables in preparation. And I'll get you to make a quick perception check, please.
That's the one thing I'm good at.
Yeah, you are.
Nice.
And immediately you see 2 sets of a pair of feet lying on the floor, their body shielded by the bench, and you hear the sound of snoring from the left. Looking over, there's a series of boxes, crates, barrels of food stuff, and you see a small gnome woman, purple hair, wearing a waitress kind of outfit, just asleep on the floor.
Is there anyone else in this kitchen?
There's someone passed out on the other side of the bench and this little gnome.
She's going to quietly move to see who's passed out on the other side of the bench.
Okay. There's a human here wearing chef's clothing, asleep on the floor.
Esmeralda will gently nudge them with her toe, just hesitantly, like she's pushing a dead body.
Yep. As you do so, the human starts to wake. I'm sorry, miss. Can I get you anything? And
Punching back to sleep.
Ezmerelda will just
rises
smile
up and just, sorry, I must have a bit tired. It's the late shift.
Yes. What was your name?
Arix?
Alex.
Arix.
Arix, are you the chef here?
Yes, miss. Yes. Would you like? We've got stew. Oh, I can fix you up some trout. I think there's some around.
Oh, no. I'm perfectly fine. Actually, I'm traveling with someone very important. I was hoping to speak to whoever keeps this establishment in rank.
I'm not sure.
You do not know who runs this inn?
There was a girl, a gnome. Penelope.
No. Penelope.
And he looks over. Oh, there she is. And and points to the gnome asleep on the floor.
Ah, well, I will take my business with her, and Ezmerelda will actually take from the water skin, just to be cautious,
Yep.
and pour him some water, and please drink and go back to sleep. I apologize.
Oh no, I'm up. I'm sorry. I it's
No,
just a little.
no.
No.
No,
I'm fine. Can I get you anything? Stew?
Atrix.
Some trout?
Atrix, I will speak with Eric's. My apologies.
Oh, I'm up
I
now.
wish to
I'm
speak
sorry.
with-
I was very late.
I will speak with Penelope, Eric's. It would bring me great comfort if you went back to bed.
He looks at the floor. No. Honestly, I need to work.
It would bring me the utmost comfort and joy if you went back to bed. You wouldn't want to upset me now, would you?
I'm really sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but I need to cook.
Then cook. I will speak with Penelope.
Of course. And he goes back to chopping his vegetables, but he's keeping an eye on you now. He's absolutely, he's kind of focused on you for sure.
Yeah, Ezmerelda will go to wake Penelope with the glass of water in hand.
Okay. You wake. You bend down to wake the girl on the floor, and again she struggles with her eye. Where? What? Where?
Good evening.
Hello. What about?
Here, I have some water.
Thank you. And drink some water. Tisme, out on the balcony, you're in the middle of your discussion about yeast and bread, all sorts of things, bakery. Halfway through a line, Quinn drops asleep on the floor. Straight out, flat out asleep, mid-sentence, narcolepsy completely.
Still seems alive.
Seems alive, yep. Seems to be breathing.
Tisme will kind of poke him with her foot gently, see if there's any reaction.
Sure. Yep. Quinn wakes, unsure of his surroundings and how he got here.
Quinn?
Welcome to the Cerulian Inn. I'm sorry, must have dozed off for a moment. Riveting story about flour. I'm sorry, can I get you anything? Can I get you some trout or fresh vegetable stew?
Are you okay? You just kind of passed out on the ground.
I'm sorry. That's I must have been tired, but I feel much better now. Thank you. Let me go and fetch you some wine. Did you want red or white?
Well, before you do that, I do have some questions about the aging process.
Of course.
If you could. Okay, so, do you know what area the grapes for the wine come from? I know this forest very well, and if it's from anywhere around here, I would love to know. How long have they been here? Anything like that? I'm very interested in the history of this place. It'll help me make a very informed decision. Come, have a seat. We have time.
I don't know. Would I sit down? Probably, I guess.
Well,
I don't know,
happy to engage. Absolutely.
Start rattling off what random nonsense I know about the local. I mean, I can't imagine there's a ton of different types of wine here, so.
No, I doubt it, but.
Yeah.
Ezmerelda, can you make a perception roll for me? That's nice.
Ooh, nice.
Ezmerelda, you hear the sound of glass breaking on the other side of the wall back towards the bar as you wake Penelope. Or the supposed alleged Penelope. The gnome looks up and says, "Oh, hello. Welcome to the Cerulian Inn. It's a lovely afternoon." And And then she catches herself as she's kind of waking, looks around and says, guests aren't supposed to be in here.
My sincerest apologies. I was looking for the one who runs this inn, but they
I'm
pointed
the
me
owner.
to you.
My name is Dinky Tinkerfoot. I own the inn. Please, come, let me find you a seat. And she rises to her feet and starts to gesture towards the door out of the kitchen.
Dinky, just a moment, please. Your name is not Penelope.
No, Dinky Tinkerfoot is my name.
Then who, pray tell, is Penelope?
I'm not sure. There's a recognition of the name in her eyes for certain.
Penelope, Dinky, my apologies. I have gifted you water from my own stores. It would be a terrible misfortune to not tell me the complete truth. And a terrible breach of hospitality.
You hear the sounds of the doors open behind you.
Mm-hmm.
You watch Dinky's face look blankly, and then she falls asleep once more at your feet. Behind you, the bartender, this half-orc innkeeper, the barman, kind of opens the door to the kitchen. Says, I think you're not supposed to be here.
Where might I find Penelope?
There's no one here by that name. This is Dinky. Time to leave, ma'am. Please, return to your seat. I'll fix you a drink shortly.
Oh, no. You see, I wish to speak to the host of this establishment, and the fact that she's being withheld is quite rude. I really wish to thank her for the hospitality she's shown my friends.
I really do think it's time you left.
Then allow me to leave with my friends.
I'm not sure you came with friends.
Oh, no. Quite rude to try and rewrite the facts that happened. Are you questioning my memory?
Yes. Things are not what you think. They are ours now. They have joined us. And they will stay. I think it's time for you to leave. As he says this, Dinky Tinkerfoot rises to a foot and looks towards you as the cook picks up a knife. Back out on the veranda, Quinn falls asleep once more as the three kitchen staff move forward to attack Ezmerelda.
Quite rude.
Gonna get up a battle map.
Another solo Ezmerelda battle.
This is
Yeah.
the best. This is the best.
Ah!
Listen, I'm telling you right now,
boy.
if you're waiting for me to roll to become awake or something like that, don't count on it. So, my dice have not been kind.
No. Uh-oh. My fantasy ground just got real weird.
It's loading. If it's black,
It'll load the map up.
Yeah.
Beautiful midnight maps. Map. I love this inn. It looks really, really pretty. So hopefully you guys can see a map. For Quinn, it's going to be a bit weird for you, Jared, because you're not actually going to be able to see what Ezmerelda's seeing. So it's going to be a bit of theatre of the mind from your end for the first bit, because essentially she's in an entirely other room. How are we looking there, guys? Can everyone see the map? Has it come up for you
it's
yet?
still black for me. So
Bloody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
It's
Oh,
huge
James,
and black.
what's going on with Godwin right now?
Serving.
Is he like R2D2? Like R2D2?
Yeah, it's canon.
You know what he probably could be? Like he's certainly maybe cleaning. He's probably polishing desks. Kind of working around the table, so to speak. If you guys close the map and then go to your character sheet and then find token on map, which is the little on your just near your token, you've got a little find on map that might speed things along if it does.
So close the map, go to your character sheet. Where is that?
Do find on map.
It's a little
up near the tokens.
square
It's a little
and a pin right near the token. It didn't work for me.
Didn't work?
No, it's still loading.
Yeah, it's all black for me. I see like my token, but the rest of everything else is black.
Correct. I see the tokens.
It's gonna be all theater to the mind for us.
Oopsies.
Did that help at all? Just turn the lights off.
Nope.
All right, we might be to remind it.
I'm just gonna close this menu of random seafood dishes that I had prepared to discuss. So I'm just gonna close that. Learned a lot about flour in the 10 minutes while we were waiting. There's bread flour's got 8 to 14% protein, highest protein yield of any other flour.
So do you mean, Jared? Do you mean from your knowledge of the flour that rises, it kind of rises sometimes? You gained some knowledge from that.
I was not prepared to of all food items to just deep dive into the various flour types. It's great for.
Reloading it.
To us battle, man.
Now it's just gray.
Boy. Yes, I see the grid.
Wait a moment. Hopefully that will load up. Okay. While we start, let's everyone roll initiative. We'll see what happens when people get in. Of course, Bisbo and Quinn are still controlled.
Oh boy.
Nice one, Tisme. Oh, good one, Ezmerelda. There we go. That's the one we want to do.
It's
I'm talking about working and my wife and my mortgage, I guess. The old ball and chain, you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Or something.
So Ezmerelda, these three kitchen workers are emerging on you. This large innkeeper, the half-orc barman. There's a human cook that's raising a knife, and Dinky Tinkerfoot, the gnomish waitress, is kind of looking around for some kind of weapon to strike you at. But the three are now converging at you from all sides. You have the drop on them. What would you like to do?
Since they were aggressive first, she will respond in kind. How close are they to her?
They're all about 10 feet away from you, but they're different angles, if that makes sense. They're kind of
understandable.
In fact, no, you were actually standing over Dinky, so she's right next to you.
Ezmerelda is going to say, "I would not attack me if I were you," as she casts Sword Burst. So,
okay.
Let's see, Dinky does a save.
Don't attack me. Eat knives.
Hang on. Okay, so let's roll that dice. I've targeted Dinky, so roll the dice. Let's see if it hits.
Okay.
That is a 13, so a 12. So that does fail. So she the diminutive form of the small gnomish girl, doesn't dodge out of the way of the sword burst. Doing a grand total of 1 point of damage as the swords lash out, slightly nicking her with a paper cut-like strike, and she reels back with "Ow!"
Oh, cantrips.
I warned you. And she's actually going to. So the half-orc is in the doorway, correct?
Yes.
Okay. she will then move. No, she'll stay where she is. It's fine.
Dinky rises to her feet. That hurt. What did you do that for? And goes to, she kind of just slaps you hard in the face. And rolls
Can she reach
12, which misses. Yes, because you've got, she steps in, slap, and just goes to miss as the cook grabs the knife and throws it at you from the kitchen bench. Knife comes sailing through the air towards you, and that's a natural 20.
Wow!
Doing a grand total of 3 points of damage as it strikes in you, and pass without trace goes away. That's been gone for weeks. Never mind.
Yeah.
Damn.
From out in the balcony, you hear a ow and from inside the kitchen. Tismay, what would you like to do?
Okay.
Queen's
If
asleep.
I'm hearing that's yeah. I feel like if I'm hearing those kind of noises, something has probably gone awry. I think I would head back inside. Kind of give Quinn another tap on the way out. Just kick him in the side, just be like, Quinn? Quinn,
Sure.
but still heading in to see what's going on.
Quinn, can I get you to make a wisdom saving throw, please?
You can. Be happy to make a wisdom saving throw saves.
Come on, Quinn. Come on.
15?
15 is enough. You hear Quinn groaning.
Yes.
Not serving people. You're on the floor, Tismay. That's I'll call that a bonus action to give Quinn a kick in the guts as you run into the main hall if you want.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll run into the main hall. Are people looking aggressive in here, or does everything look normal in the main
So
hall?
what you see as you walk in is Bisbo and the two people that he was speaking to are now fast asleep on the table. You see that the bard is continuing to play. Can I get you to make a perception check, please?
Perception check? That I can do.
I love you.
Does Godwin
19.
sleep when Bisbo's asleep?
Yeah,
No.
sure.
What?
No?
He's sleeping?
Just
He
landed
actually, he's like in a little blanket somehow. Just
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
also
Snuggled
snoring.
in.
By the way,
Deploys his own-
I
he deploys
rolled.
his own blanket.
I rolled initiative for him, but I don't think it worked. But he got a 19.
Yeah, cool. 19. What you see, Kisme, as you run into this tavern, is the bard by the fireplace. You can still hear the lilting, lovely music. What you see is his fingers playing very quickly. It's not the music that you're hearing. You're seeing him really fastly playing with his fingers, as if he's concentrating significantly on what's going on. You see the three guys next to you, Boozbo and the other two, asleep. You can hear the sounds of the conflict erupting into the kitchen, and the half-orc barman is not here. There is still a slovenly drunk asleep on the bar.
I think oh gosh. I mean, Tisbe was told to be kind and not to do anything, so even though it looks creepy, I think she would go towards the kitchen to figure out what's up with Ezmerelda.
Okay, so you launch yourself into the room. You can make a pretty much halfway across the room with your movement. If you wanted to dash, that would be your action, but you could burst. You'd have to vault the bar, which would be an acrobatics or athletics check, but you could make it to the kitchen in this turn if you wanted to.
Yeah, she's gonna go for the kitchen.
Okay.
I will make an acrobatics check.
Somersaulting. No.
No.
You barely clear the bar. You manage to kind of get over it, but you take longer than you would expect to. So you're kind of on the other side of the bar, but you're not through the doors at this point.
Okay.
That would be your turn. Who's next? The innkeeper. The innkeeper rushes towards you, Ezmerelda, and is going to try and grab you. Effectively, it's a grapple attack that I'm going to try and do here. just kind of like, just kind of launches into to just grasp you.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, that's something that things that are about to come. I'm looking at. Is that right? That's a 19 to hit, so he hits. So I need you to make an athletics check, please, a strength roll. See if he can grab you or not. See if you can resist his grapple. You have to beat a 15. That's a natural 1. He immediately grasps you from behind. Stay still here, please, miss, and starts to drag you back out towards the bar. So as Ezmerelda, you launch, as Tisme launches over the bar, you see the half-orc come out of the kitchen, dragging Ezmerelda, kicking and screaming out of the kitchen. Top of the round, Ezmerelda. Your turn.
Let me see, actually. You know what? Since he's grappled me, I'm gonna look at this real quick. Because he's holding me, so she is going to again just use this. She is going to attempt to get a sword burst out.
Yep. Let me target the innkeeper.
Yeah.
Go for it. Make the sword burst roll. Oh, the innkeeper absolutely resists the spell. Sorry, that's a critical success on his saving throw. So
yeah.
Nope, no damage on that one. That's your action. Any bonus action?
Okay. Then as her bonus action, she will use her phase step.
Beautiful.
And will move over to stand next to Tisme. So she will just poof out of his arms and appear next to Tisme.
No problem. Easy. You appear right next to Tisme, who's just launched the bar. So you're kind of on the other side of her. Done.
What's season? Doesn't your face step have a season?
I can choose to.
Oh, okay.
I can choose to. Yeah.
When you wake up on a balcony, yeah, as you feel a boot to the ribs. Yeah.
That's happened to me in Academy a few times. Except Quinn probably never drank. He's a loser.
And you see Tisme racing across the room and then attempting to vault over the bar. You're prone, so you lose half your movement. Yep.
Do I have any recollection of what the hell has happened to me?
Last thing you remember is talking to the barman and ordering an ale.
Okay. Tisme takes off in that direction, so I'll panic, probably follow her. I use all my movements, so I'm in the bar.
Yep. Make that perception roll to see if you notice the bard.
Okay. Perception. 22.
Yep. You see him furiously playing music that is at much faster speed than what you're hearing, and you also see Bisbo and 2 patrons asleep on a table.
Pat myself down. Do I have my daggers on me still?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Can I? Is Bisbo? Is he close?
Bisbo is currently 20 feet away at a table.
Can I throw a dagger at him, but can I hit him with the handle end and not the pointy end to try and wake him up?
Bizarrely, he's prone, so any ranged attacks at disadvantage, but I'm happy that you can kind of lob it end over end. If you hit it, you'll hit him with the pummel to do 1 point.
Can I use my action to dash and then like a bonus action to wake him up?
That you can do, but that will be
And then let's do that. But let's do that rather than throw daggers at my unconscious friend.
Wisdom saving throw, please, Bisbo.
Come on, Bisbo!
I'm just ungentle, just beating the hell out of your face.
Wake up!
Rolling your tongue back in your mouth.
Let's see. Saving throw.
Oh
god, that one! It was teasing that one. It was like.
Bisbo, you wake, your mind clearing as you're kind of roughly waking. Quinn, as you watch the 2 patrons next to Bisbo also stir and look towards you. and the bard has stopped playing. Bisbo, you wake. Oh, actually, no, it's not Bisbo's turn. It's Bard's turn. Yeah, cool. The bard turns towards you and says, "Oh, I was enjoying that song." Quinn and Bisbo, as you wake, you look around by the fire. And what was seemingly a human, normal-looking bard changes in front of your very eyes. He grows taller. His feet turn into cloven hooves. And you see by his belt, you see that there is a selection of marionettes, some puppets in one hand by his belt, and in the other he holds out the wooden cross of a puppeteer. And you can see that he's kind of maneuvering it around as he goes. The Jack of Strings gleams at you. His jester-like outfit working through it.
This is for chat here. Go ahead.
And as he maneuvers these wood, you see that the two patrons next to Bisbo start jolting and jerking in response to his machinations.
I'll look up and say, what's the name of the guy we're coming to see? What's the name of the druid?
Kiernan.
Tiernan.
Tiernan?
Yep.
So, you're not Tiernan, are you?
No. My name is Jack. Almuerta
Track.
sends her welcome.
Oh, come on.
Bisbo, it's your turn.
More Fey. It's more Fey, guy. More Fey, everyone.
I'm waking. This is the last thing do I have more awareness than Quinn? Because when I was leaving, we were like, Ezmerelda was saying, "Oh, you can't. They'll control you here. You gotta
correct.
get out of here, right?"
Yeah. So you're aware that there was danger. You tried to
Yeah.
cast a spell and was immediately controlled. Yeah.
Do I have any memory of the time I was controlled?
No.
But there's kind of this, as I wake up, and Quinn is talking to him, you would see on Bisbo's face kind of just this moment of confusion, and then he's like, you could definitely see his clockwork wheels turning in his head, where he's trying to put all the pieces together, and a grim realization kind of falls over him. And normally, where you've seen him be almost like, his levity and his kind of curious nature and his innocence, and fear often, he's anxious. This thing is terrifying. The look on his face turns to one of pure rage, as he's putting these pieces together, and he looks at this. Yeah, he looks at this at Quinn, and he says, "No, you controlled me. You trapped me. I said I would never be trapped again. You son of a bitch! Oh, you like your fucking puppets? You like your wooden puppets? You know what puppets do? They fucking burn!" And he throws out a turret, the fire turret.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes! Yes!
As spittle is literally flying out of his mouth. It's hitting you in the face, Quinn. It throws out his fire turret on this guy, and I just fucking cone him and his inn all at once in this fire turret.
Okay, all right. Roll the saving throw for the fire. Let's see as he tries to dodge out of the way. It is
so angry. Where's my thing again? Sorry, I have to find it. It's in my action page.
It is.
Eldritch Cannon.
And I've given you a saving throw that doesn't. There's 2 ones now.
Oh, okay.
There's 2 buttons.
Let's see. Attack range, 2d8 fire, 2d8 force.
And there's 1 dice that says save, deck save.
Oh, here we go.
There we go.
It looks like there's advantage or disadvantage or something. I think 2 dice rolled.
It has advantage on saving throws because it's magical.
Okay.
So immediately, rolls out of the way. Yeah. Eldritch Cannons are magical.
Oh. I think it still takes half damage though, right?
It does. Yep. So roll the damage for the fire. the fire gouts across the way.
And hopefully
Good roll.
the inn takes some damage too. As
Hopefully, we're inside.
he's
the
like, fucking burn!
The fire moves out across to the bard, and he is actually sitting next to the fireplace. And so what you see is there's a little notebook next to him that immediately catches fire. There's a barrel that catches fire, but the majority of the gout of flame goes into the fireplace. It's effectively making that even higher than before. But he does wince in pain as the fire comes through, and you notice that one of the strings starts to sizzle on one of his puppet marionette controllers.
Never forgive you! And like you'd almost even see Quinn if you look. There's like kind of a tear coming down his face at the same time as he's
Oh, buddy.
Kobold rage.
I mean, Quinn doesn't like you yet, but Jared's sad.
From the table.
What?
From the table, one of the patrons that you have been sleeping next to grabs a bottle and smashes it on the table, and then just goes to stab Bisbo with the broken bottle across the. Reaches across the table to stab Bisbo, and that is a natural 1 to hit, so completely misses. The second patron, again, grabs a chair, breaks the chair on the floor with a chair leg, goes to whack Quinn upside the head, because you were standing next to Bisbo, waking him, yeah? So I roll a 19 to hit.
It hits.
That will do a grand total of 1 point of bludgeoning damage as the chair leg whacks into him. You watch now. Ezmerelda's bamfed out of the way. The innkeeper's turn is next. He's going to go to the bar and grab a bottle. And you've got on the other side to Tismé. So he actually moves towards Tismé rather than Ezmerelda. And is going to whack Tismé with a broken bottle. And that's a 9, which turns into 11, which is a miss. So, top of the round, Tismé, it's your turn.
Okay, Tismé will turn to Ezmerelda and ask, I take it we don't have to be kind anymore?
No. And she's gonna point to the cloven, the puppeteer, and need to focus on him.
Makes sense. And Tismé will head back in that direction. I guess across the bar again?
You could maneuver your way around. Do you want to get into range with him? Like, do you want to actually get into melee range?
I would like to get into melee range.
So that is an acrobatics or athletics to leap the bar. Otherwise, you can run around, but you won't get that close. Yeah.
No, we'll try it. We'll see what happens.
We'll try it.
Check.
Oh, that was so close to an 11. I'm cool with it. An 11's cool. You can leap the bar with an 11. Like, you know,
Okay,
everyone's
not
done
very cool. Not in a very cool way, but I'll make it across.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh, someone's
I
got a
will.
map.
Yeah. So I will run directly up to this guy. Oh no, and look for all of my items. There we go. Actions. And just kind of go. I don't know. Just say hello. And hit him. She doesn't have a cool line. So she doesn't know what's going on.
The third.
The one. Oh, did she? Sorry, did Tismé hear what?
Yeah, you're in the same
Jack
room
said
for
earlier?
sure. Yep.
Okay, cool. Never mind. Then she's gonna be like, oh, not another one.
It's just another day. Yep.
It's
It's another kidnapping Tismé day.
yeah, it's becoming a scheduled event.
Oh
now.
no. Yeah, that misses
Completely
with the
thrown
scimitar.
off by him saying that name.
Yeah. Bonus actions?
Bonus action, I will use Harness Divine Power, grab onto my holy symbol.
Nice. Great. And get
Gain
yourself a
a
spell
back.
slot back. That's great. It's Godwin. Godwin with the waking of Bisbo and the full fury stops wiping the benches, and then the table next to you and looks up, kind of alert, ready to rumble. What do you do?
You hear the bzzz of his gyro kind of raising, and then sensing Bisbo's distress, his normal levity is gone as like his little like eye lights turn red, and his little sewing blades come out. And he's actually, let me know if he can do this. He actually wants to go and mess with it, and it could just be the advantage thing, but he just wants to go and actually attack, as Bisbo says, like, go for the puppets. And Godwin's gonna come in and try to maybe like cut some of the puppet strings or grab the puppet strings away from this guy. I don't know if that's something he could do or not. We can just say this is giving
Normally
advantage.
familiars can't attack, so
Okay.
I would say that's an attack. So unfortunately, no.
Okay, so but that's what he's doing. He's going in trying to like cut out the strings and
Yeah,
basically
okay. But
giving
but
advantage
by,
as he
by,
flies
by
away.
all means, yeah, doing the attack action, distract,
Yeah.
trying to cut. I mean, he's got a pair of scissors on him, so the creature's deliberately trying to move the strings away from you. Sounds good.
Exactly.
All right, Ezmerelda, over to you.
Ezmerelda is going to turn to this cloven hood figure and burn 2 sorcery points to cast magic missile as a bonus action.
Here it comes. Bring the thunder.
Freaking you.
At advantage,
Yeah.
right?
So
No,
It
they just
doesn't need
automatically-
advantage.
No,
yeah.
They
Oh, that's
just
right. It hits
hit.
automatically.
Yeah. What level? Level 3? Level 1?
level 1, so it's the 3,
4.
correct?
3.
4? 3, yeah.
3?
It's 3.
3. All right. 5, 8, 12 points of damage as the 3 missiles come flying over the bar into the creature. He roars at you. That's a bonus
And then-
action.
And then Ezmerelda will light a fire in her hand as her coloring turns back to that one of summer and hear me, foul creature. I am of the Court of Roses, and you stop here, as she casts a firebolt at him. With
Yeah.
advantage, correct?
Correct, with advantage. So click
Okay,
the ADV
that
button
is-
on the bottom left.
That is what I'm doing.
Beautiful.
And let's go.
Yeah, that'll do it. 19 to
Just float
hit.
on that 20,
It's
nice.
a firebolt. Love it.
Okay, and then
Yeah, 3 points of damage. That's not bad though. So what was that?
that was 15 all day. That's not bad.
15. That's not bad. Yeah, he's wounded. He's feeling that as the
And
fire
then-
hits him as well.
And then she will move. She has to go past the bar again, correct?
Yep. No, well, you're at the edge of the bar, so you can walk around it. No issue. That's fine.
Yeah. So she's gonna walk around and try to get closer to her compatriots.
So I've got Tisme hand to hand with the puppet master by the fire. To the left hand side, there is both Quinn and Bisbo fighting some bar patrons. So do you want to go in between them? Do you want to move towards Tisme, or do you want to move towards the guys?
Move toward the guys.
Okay. You can get within 5 feet of Quinn, which makes it 10 feet of Bisbo, which makes it 15 feet to the other patrons on the other side of the table.
Fine,
Quinn, your turn.
Sanity check. No one else has a map, right? Just making sure that I'm not the only one still doing, because I haven't switched over to the battle map. Okay, I just want to make sure.
My apologies, not sure what's going on with mapping today.
No, it's okay. No, like I said, if everyone else is looking at one and I wasn't, then I was like, all right, well then I need to do something on my end. But that's all good. So is the bard? I see the positions of the tokens. Oh, okay, not anymore. Is it about? Is he about 20 feet away from me?
He is currently
25?
He is currently 25 feet away with the cannon between you and it, with Bisbo's kind of flamethrower between you and it.
From here, can I see the puppets he have on him? Do they resemble people around us?
No, so he's got 2 things. So he's got one lot of puppets that he's dangling like this, and he has another set tied to his belt.
And none of them
So the
seem
ones
familiar?
none of them seem familiar.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I gotta get a little closer to him to throw these here daggers, so
So
I'm going
currently
to...
in range of the 2 patrons, so that they'll get opportunity attacks as you move away.
I know, but I don't want to hit these guys. I think that they're just caught in this nonsense. I hope. So what can I do? Can I slide around Bisbo, take the opportunity attack from the one at the bottom, but then remain in melee with the one at the top to clear up line of sight?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll
Do
do that.
Okay, so moving up to there, and
gonna, yeah,
the
slide over.
ruffian is going to have another crack at you.
Sorry, Bisbo, 1 second. I really like you angry though. It's nice.
That's a 18 to hit, so he
That
whacks
is.
you on the upside of the head with the table leg, doing 4 points of damage.
Fuck you.
Rude.
Is Bisbo just like seething as I like step over him, like just
Oh
just
yeah,
crazy eyes?
spittle and froth. Sorry.
I should
Frothing,
be-
frothing at the mouth.
I should be in melee range or attack range now. I think with the daggers.
You are. You're actually 25 feet away still. You haven't improved.
Jared, you might want to move forward anyways because you'll have a disadvantage if you're in the middle.
Well.
So.
Okay. Well, then I'll just.
Look, I'm cool. Given that, yeah, that's cool. The other one's not going to use his reaction against you because
he's saving it from me.
He's locked hands with Bisbo.
Right,
so yes, you can move 20 feet away. Yep.
Beautiful. Then I'll activate Planar Warrior.
Do the thing.
As a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
I will. You've already targeted him for me. I will attack.
Cool.
Let me just do all these things I haven't done in a while. Is 16 gonna hit?
16? Yeah, it does. Yep.
I want to activate one of my favorite foes.
Cool.
I can only do that after I attack though, so it's not going to count until the next round.
Oh,
so
no. No, you can activate it on the attack. On that attack, you can do it.
And get the D4?
Yep. Yep. And make sure you do your second button for Planar Warrior as well, so it does the extra damage. So need both buttons for favored foe, both buttons for Planar Warrior.
Okay. Got it.
Excellent. Good. That's everything with everything.
I'm gonna spin it and see what happens.
Dagger with the light. Here it comes.
Come on.
With 16 points of damage. As it fires across.
Wow.
It does seem to resist some of the damage, but the force does kick in. So I shouldn't resist any of that. That's all force damage. So never mind. Take that. You hit him for real. 16 points of piercing, forceful, anti-fey horror damage. Done.
And then, as a free action, I'd like to start plucking the hair tie out of my hair that's like pampered my hair and pulled it back. It's like hurting my forehead. And you see the kind of release the hair.
Okay. The creature, the puppeteer, brings up his hand, his free hand, the one that isn't controlling things, and he looks at Tisme with one hand, says, "You have the choice. The baby is waiting also. You could be 3. You are foolish. Foolish indeed. Small bumpkin countrywoman," and just unleashes with a mocking slap that slaps Tisme across the side of her head. Because that's something he does. Mocking slap attack.
Just really disrespectful.
Slap.
Absolute most disrespectful monster I've ever seen.
And that's a 25 to hit.
I feel like that'll hit, yeah.
So you
Just barely.
take 11 points of bludgeoning damage, but it's the 2 psychic damage that really hurt your feelings. As mocking slap just kind of whacks you across the head. He then looks across towards Quinn, and you see him just move the puppet and start going towards you again. I need another wisdom saving throw, please.
This is me, right?
Yep.
Pull up my character sheet here. Main wisdom. It's okay. My wisdom's, it's a thing. It's what I do.
It's good. But you rolled
It's good. It's good. You need a strong base to add that fortune, though. And it's not going to do it for you.
Yeah.
Immediately, you find yourself under the control of the creature once more, as it just kind of focuses his energy and is focusing on you. All right, Dinky's asleep, Cook's asleep, Bisbo the hammer, Thorn, over to you.
I looked towards him and said, "You may have thought I was just a stupid little kobold who could be easily controlled." And then I want to do I want to duck and roll. I know I'm taking a opportunity attack, but I want to duck and roll.
Okay. The patron is going to swipe at you with his bottle.
Okay.
So he slashes out at you with his broken bottle and rolls an 18 to hit. So that does a grand total of 4 points of damage as he stabs you with the glass. As soon as you move, you see the puppet master kind of looking at you, tweaks his little marionette controls. And Quinn, I'd like you to use your reaction to do an attack at Bisbo for me, please, as he moves. I know you haven't moved out of. It's not an attack of opportunity.
Got it. Okay.
This is him using his reaction to control Quinn.
Quinn,
So a melee attack with a dagger, please, sir.
this will define our whole friendship going forward. I will sabotage everything if you hit me here.
Oh, I was so close to a natural
Yes.
20. 14 will miss. So you watch Quinny's eyes kind of glaring, slash out at Bisbo, and misses.
He missed me
So,
on purpose. It's the power of friendship. I said that out loud.
Continue your turn.
And I say, wait, but you may have thought I was a stupid kobold, but this little kobold has a big freaking gun. And I pull out my gun,
Yeah.
switch it to the stone, and I shoot him right in his dumb horned base. Well, hopefully.
Oh, nice.
I hope crit.
This is pummel, yeah?
Humblestone, maybe.
Boom. That is 15. That hits him.
Sweet.
Ooh, yay.
And I will do damage.
Ooh,
Oh,
Max
nice.
damage,
6 points of
baby.
damage. He does seem to
it's
resist
magical
it, though.
bludgeoning, though, isn't it? I mean, it's magic.
Have a quick look. Let me have a look at what he
Okay.
is immune to. Cold, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing
Oh,
from non-magical weapons.
Oh, from non-magical. So, I mean, this is
Yep,
magic.
so it does damage. Yep, that's fine.
Okay. And then the Pummelstone effect. Should I click that right now?
Yes, you
or-
should. Yep.
Okay. And then I will
So
follow
done.
it up. The one thing about a stone to the face, it makes us harder to dodge fire. As this will move up to kind of get an angle, 15 feet.
Scary.
And yeah.
Just burn it into the side, yeah? Okay. He
Man.
rolls out of the way, even with the -2. So that's a 15 -2, but +7 on dexterity saves. So yeah, he's rolling out of that one. But does half that. So we're talking 5 points of damage. So
Yep.
done. It burns him hard. Not happy about that whatsoever. But God, Bisbo, you do some damage. It's frightening.
They don't call
Okay.
him the hammer for
That's
nothing.
not why.
So,
The first patron leaps over the bar with bottle in tow and goes to smash Bisbo once more with his broken bottle. Rolls another natural 1. The ruffian moves, closes the gap back against Quinn, draws his chair leg and rolls a natural 20, doing a grand total of 8 points of damage on Quinn, and you
Get
no
my ass
longer
kicked
have
by a
favoured
chair
foe.
leg.
Immediately, you start to
God.
like your ears start to ring. Favoured foe has now dropped off.
I don't even know how much hit points I have. Does Fantasy Grounds control all that for me?
It does. So
Is it updated in my character
currently,
sheet?
On your main page, you'll have it.
Main, yeah,
Yep,
below.
shows your wounds. So you are now 13
Down
wounds out of 25, so down to 12.
Question: does he get to make a wisdom saving throw because one of his allies attacked him?
That's an excellent question.
It's an excellent question, Ezmerelda. Thank you for looking out for... Not only got attacked, I got bludgeoned in the back of the head by what must be cedar chairs to do 8 points of damage.
Solid oak.
So, I mean, just
Right.
absolutely reinforced.
Hey,
Bisbo
that's a
made
good,
this chair.
Good construction.
It's a wisdom save at the end of your turn, and that's the only way to break it. Sorry, not quite a normal charm. Weird one. It's like you're being actively puppeteered. And you notice Quinn's movements are actually starting to be a bit more jerky. He's lost a lot of his dexterous ability. Tismay, it's your turn.
Gosh. Okay. I'm right up against this guy. Still. Yeah, Tismay just gonna be frustrated. Just kind of grit her teeth, like, why does she want me? And just keep slashing out with her scimitar at the
Cool.
the bard. Yeah.
Roll to attack.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
one.
That's twice.
Tismay,
No,
poor
it wasn't
you.
natural one last time.
Bonus actions.
Bonus. None of these are bonus actions. Nope. That's all I got.
Godwin.
You know. Same thing.
Yep. Action. Love it.
Flying,
Ezmerelda.
snipping.
Ezmerelda is going to take this opportunity that Goblin is given and throw another firebolt at this jerk.
Yep, that's cool. Roll for firebolt with advantage.
Oh, let's go!
That is a 1 and a 4. So a 9 misses the firebolt, joining the rest of the fire.
Sorry, don't know what happened there.
You, with
Ignore
frustration,
that.
you went, no, now I'm going to hit you. Any bonus actions for you?
No, but I am gonna move.
Yep.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I'm right behind Tismay.
No problem. Quinn. Be a deer and throw a knife at Ezmerelda for me.
Oh, no problem with that one. I'll activate Plane of the Water.
No, cannot use spells or any other abilities. It's base
that's
attacks
nice.
only for a marionette.
Yeah, no. Quinn still doesn't like doing that, Ezmerelda, so don't take it personally.
She will take it 100% personally.
See,
my
you
God,
can't.
that was
so
Jesus Christ, that was so
That was
close.
so close to a 20. Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
Very close. Rolled them and rolled off it. So that's
14,
14,
yeah.
which still does hit. So can you do some damage to it, please?
Oop, not that one.
Still not bad. 8 points of damage from a dagger as you look across Ezmerelda as he's jerkily kind of going to fire and a tear runs down his cheek. Can I get you to make a wisdom saving throw? That's the end of your turn. See if you can break out of the control of the puppet master.
You can do this.
And no, he can't. Needs a 15. So again, completely controlled. As the bard.
Is this charmed? Do I have advantage on
Oh,
this?
you get advantage. Yes, you do. Sorry. Oh, you should have had advantage on the last one as well.
I didn't have
I'm
one
so
last
sorry.
time. This is my first. Oh, I guess it's
On
not
the
me.
initial control.
Well,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's part of my job to remember those things too. So.
Come on.
No, it's still there.
Cool.
What?
The puppeteer looks, or this can be over. I can save your friends. Foolish girl, join us. And goes to mocking slap you across the face again, Tismay.
Okay. You know what?
That's a miss with a -2 because of the pummeling stone smack. Ugh. Ow! There's you see this little egg lump kind of appearing where you've been donked on the noggin by the stone. Bisbo, it's back over to you.
You know, the same thing.
More
Again,
pummeling?
I'm gonna roll again.
Yep.
I was angry when you just messed with me, but then you slapped my friend. So ungentlemanly. Is that guy gonna get a hit on me or?
Actually, yeah, he's going to use his reaction. Quinn, can you throw a dagger at Bisbo for me, please? How many daggers you got left?
2.
Okay, cool.
Through one at him. Through one at Ezmerelda. It's the melee strike on.
Yeah. So now we're throwing a dagger at Bisbo for me, please, as a reaction, as the creature's reaction. Natural.
Oh my god. I'll never forget this.
Roll some damage, please. 9 points of damage. As the dagger just strikes you literally in your back as you're unloading the gun.
Yeah. And then I will shoot him. Try to.
You Quinn?
No,
No,
the
yeah.
bard.
Sure.
That's for
Like,
later.
I wouldn't
Have a
think
shot.
less. I wouldn't think less of you, to be honest with you. I'm dealing some real damage now.
Oh, yeah!
I said-
Not that
There it is!
My friends, you son of a bitch!
Nice
Whoa,
roll
11
too.
points
There-
of damage.
Again, it says
Full
it's
11.
resistant.
Yeah, it's okay. That's something I'm going to work on Pummelstone. It's fine. I'll give an extra 6.
And a
Cool.
little bit of that on him. And then this is just gonna get right on him.
Yep.
Right up at him. Right at the bundle of puppets. This is the last thing you'll ever see is the barrel of my flamethrower.
This is hot, Tisma. You're seeing this flamethrower come creeping up to your left and just
Yeah, I'm
unleash
just
at the
like-
creature. Ah, that
Finally!
fails. Yeah.
Oh my
he
god.
did. Nice. Doing 7 points of flame damage, still alive. You see that his tunic's starting to burn. The strings start to burn. And as they do, you see both the ruffians behind Quinn fall asleep completely, as if the puppetry has been severed for those. He glances down to his belt and picks up the other set of puppets. And out of nowhere, materializing from almost out of mist, you see these large wooden marionettes start to appear from around him. They're kind of cocking and moving towards, looking around with their wooden eyes, and you notice that their fingers are large wooden extremities. You see that there's 3 of these things that have appeared around him as the inn patrons fall asleep. Top of the round. Oh, and that's your bonus action and action, unless you wanted to move. Other than that, it's up to Tismay.
Tismay will look around, and it looks like all of her friends, no one is doing it particularly well. She looks so proud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had to say, Ezmerelda's probably the heaviest wounded, but everyone's looking a bit sick.
Tismay is going to, this is a terrible idea. Okay. Take a step back from the
creature
bar.
will slap you again.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's just gonna look around at her ally. She's kind of freaking out, doesn't know what to do, and takes a step away. Yeah.
So there are also these other little puppets that are kind of semi-surrounding you at the moment as well. So it's going to be a bit tricky to get out. If you want to extricate yourself from this whole thing, that's going to be hard.
Just the bard.
Just the bard? All right, mocking
I just
slap.
want to get out of range with the bard.
Okay. Whoa. Hang on a second. We've got too many.
Never mind.
We've got too many pummel-stones going on here. Okay, there we go. Let me roll again.
Oh, sorry.
They've been stacking on me. That's
okay.
too cool. That absolutely misses.
Ooh. Okay, yay.
Oh, sorry. My apology. Didn't have to
Never mind.
roll. He's used his reaction using Quid, so there's no attack of opportunities to pull back from him. Just for the record, if I
Awesome.
use his mind control. Cool. What would you like to do? You're now out of melee combat with the bard.
Wonderful. So now that she's out of melee combat with the bard, she's going to bring up her hands, and this kind of like dark, radiant energy will circle around them, and she will one more time just say, "Just leave us alone," and she will try to cast Guiding Bolt.
Yep.
At the bard.
Good
If
luck.
she can. Oh gosh.
And
Oh,
it misses.
no! Darn! Okay.
It's into the same scorch mark as the firebolt next to
Yes.
his head. Bonus actions?
Okay. No bonus actions. So she will stay there just looking panicked around at everyone. In front of, as not like actually covering her obviously, but staying in front of Ezmerelda as best she can.
Okay, Godwin.
Yeah, you know, he
Same
has
old,
enough
same
with this guy. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Ezmerelda.
This time he's gonna mess up his hair, I guess. He'll cut some of his hair away.
My beard, my hair. Ezmerelda, over to you.
Ezmerelda is going to move back. 5,
Yep.
10, 15, 20. And she's going to take a piece of Micah and will cast Shatter starting from Tismay. So the radius comes out from her friend and should catch everything. Sorry, including the turret, but
Let me have a quick look.
10
So
feet from a certain
everything
point.
from there. Okay. So yeah, that will
Yeah.
be. That'll catch the bard, 2 of the puppets, the cannon, and the slovenly drunk, the guy that's asleep on the bar.
Okay.
Okay, so you've got careful spell, but you're out of sorcery point.
Right. But since it's coming from such a radius point, so it shouldn't affect Tismay.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, but it will affect the Eldritch Cannon and the drunk.
Right.
Okay, let me target everyone. Just give me a moment.
And the cannon should have disadvantage because it's a metal object. Or metal
Yep.
and wood, whatever.
Sorry. But we need to clear these puppets before they start screwing us up.
Make the roll.
Okay, go.
All right, there we go. Lots of dice come flying out of everywhere. So let's have a look here. The bard dodges. The cannon dodges. The puppets dodge. One of the puppets doesn't. And how did my drunk go? Oh no. Oh, I didn't target the drunk. Damn. Can you roll it once more for me for shatter? No, not plus for that trace. We'll go the drunk.
And I'm out.
No. Oh no, my drunk did succeed. So
Wow.
the drunk dodged out of the way. All right. So can you roll the damage for the shatter? It does half damage for those that succeeded, does it not? Okay.
Yes.
Whoa, that's pretty good. That's 14 points of damage. So the drunk was unconscious, now is really unconscious on the floor. It does 14 to... Sorry, I've just got to go
That
through
was the
this.
druid. That was the druid we had to talk to.
14 to...
I'm keeping track of the HP for my cannon, so
Cool.
piece of paper.
I've actually got it here as well. So
Oh, okay.
It's
8.
taking
You should be at
7.
8 now.
Yep,
Oh,
correct.
8. Yeah.
And puppet takes 7, puppet takes 7, and bard takes 7. So
One puppet failed, I think.
yep, and one puppet is no more. So one of the puppets gets completely obliterated back against the wall and shatters into 1,000 pieces. The drunk may never become conscious again. That's your movement. That's your action. Anything else that you want to do? Do you want to move at all more? You kind of haven't moved completely. Are you happy with what you've moved?
No, we're good.
Excellent. Quinn, can you finish off that pesky kobold for me, please? With your last dagger.
Are you throwing or moving?
Rolling.
This game sucks. Cannot
Oh.
attack while I am. Oh,
We're
sorry.
out of ammo.
I marked it before I threw. That's why. That's my fault.
That will hit. Not a natural 20 though. Do some damage. Doing 5 points of damage against Bisbo the Hammer Thorn, and now a wisdom saving check to see if you can, with advantage, to see if you can shrug off the puppetry. Yes, you can.
There it is.
No longer control.
Got no knives now. That's okay.
Yeah, the 3 of them are stuck in me.
Like, I'm sorry. Just shrug off my head. I do look very sadly in your direction. In some of the few.
The bard looks. The puppet master looks at you, Tismane, and says, "You had a choice. You have a choice. Call her when you're ready." And he throws a stick towards you. It ends over ends towards you. Do you try and catch it?
Yes.
Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Stick.
12 will do it. Tismane catches the wand that gets thrown towards you. As the creature goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and you hear the sound of glass breaking as he's trying to leap out of a window. Bisbo.
Do I see him still?
He's moved out of the room. He's kind of gone through a door and is going what seems to be the back room of the inn. So you could follow him through the door.
This guy's right on me, though, right? These
You would
puppets.
provoke an attack of opportunity from the little puppet.
Yeah. I'm gonna have the cannon move around here,
Mm-hmm.
turn towards these 2 puppets, and fire.
All right, let me get the little. I just want to double
Okay.
check. I've just got to get the little template out to see if you also take Quinn, which you'd be justified in doing so.
I thought I can angle it where. Oh yeah,
We'll see.
you have to
Let me
see.
just have a look there.
Should have rendered me unconscious 45 hit points ago. But I
Yeah, easy. You can
Okay.
take both for sure. Hang on a second. Let me target both of them, and then you can roll the saving throw for the weapon. 1 and So, go for it.
Okay.
One fails, one succeeds, so roll some damage. They're made of wood, though, so this is... Yeah, that's not cool. Right. Yeah.
They're made of wood, though. And then
Yeah, that's enough. Both of the animated puppets immediately burst into flames.
Your
and
puppets mean
turn
nothing.
into ash on the floor.
Oh, I'm chasing after this guy.
Yeah.
And
You will get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You've got 30 feet movement, yeah?
Can I make it? Yeah.
You can make it into the doorway. So you see him on the hallway moving down. I know you can't see the actual detail on the map.
Okay.
You're now in a small hallway, and he's running towards a window.
I rotate my cannon to the flame.
Yep.
And I say, even if I die, I will take you with me. And I should have advantage because never got used up.
It's true.
Come on,
And I
let's
ignore cover or half cover and stuff. So I'm.
There's no cover. That's okay.
Okay.
That
so
will
close.
hit. You drop the
So
4,
close to a 20.
doing a grand total of 4 points of damage. Hits him in the back. He's not dead, though. Still alive. Tismay, over to you.
Tismay will follow Bisbo or follow the bard in the direction she saw him go.
Okay.
So I guess is where Bisbo went.
Yep. So you can stop at Bisbo and fire over his head, or you can run past Bisbo, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. You can get right up to melee with him if you wanted to.
Not a great idea. But she's gonna do it anyway.
Yeah. Nice. Wand in one hand,
Yeah.
scimitar in the other.
Yeah, like random one that she has no idea exactly what she's supposed to do.
Stop taking things from strangers who are trying to kill us.
That's true. Yeah. She's just upset because everyone got hurt and it's kind of all her fault. So she's just slashing out even though she's bad at it. And she's gonna keep trying to hit with the scimitar because
Go for it.
that's
Good
a
luck.
terrible idea. It's still a bad idea. Just another natural one. It's gonna be hilarious.
That's
It's a
3.
3.
That's a miss. That's what, a 1, 2, and a 3 today.
That's my highest roll yet though with the scimitar.
That's
Oh
good.
my god.
Yeah. Good for you.
Okay.
Bonus action.
No. That's it. She's just like frustrated.
Can I get you to make a perception check, please?
Yeah. Perception check I can do.
Yeah, natural 20. You can hear the sound
Wow.
of snoring from the room to your right within the hallway. You're seemingly in the back part of the inn, which looks like it's guest rooms, and you can hear the sound of heavy snoring from the room to your right. Godwin. I'm assuming he's flying, getting in his face, trying to stop him getting out of this window, yeah?
You're muted, Eric.
You muted, but I think we all understood exactly. what you were
100% flying in his face. I'm gonna get him to stop. Yeah.
saying. All right, over to you, Taylor. What's Ezmerelda doing?
Ezmerelda is going to be moving. Oop, 5.
Can Goblin actually block the window? I know he's small, but the window can't be that big, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. He can
He's gonna just
block the
straight
window.
block the window. Yeah.
Okay.
There's no way I can cast a fireball without risking hitting someone.
It's a -2 on the roll, and if you roll a 1, then you hit Tismay in the back of the head with a fireball.
You have advantage
But I
because he
get
just gave you
But I
advantage.
had advantage.
You do.
So let's see.
-2.
go.
So click the little -2 button. Too late because we're going to do it manually. That'll hit. Yep, that's fine. Yep, you hit. Do some damage.
Come on.
3 points of fire damage. This guy is badly wounded. He's just holding on. Barely holding on. Quinn. You're yourself. You are you.
Just run over and pull the dagger out of me.
I was 1000% pulling a dagger out of your shoulder. So I will run up to here. I'm
Yep.
assuming I have roughly that movement.
Yep.
I will. Sorry, Bisbo.
What?
Sorry twice. And then I'll
I like
yank
it.
one of those out of his
What do you
shoulder.
mean?
I love
Ow!
this.
God damn it! I assume I take a point of damage, James.
No, you're okay. You're all right.
Okay.
It's the pride that hurts more than the dagger being removed.
I don't have prize.
So -2 on the roll if you want to throw a dagger from here, because Tismay is in the way.
I'm How much space is in that hallway?
It's a 5 foot wide hallway. Like it is absolutely completely compacted. You're filling the space. It's a tiny narrow hallway with a window at the end.
Yeah, I mean, do I still have my bonus actions and everything, or is it bonus action?
Bonus action is pulling the dagger out. Movement is moving to that point. You've got a shot though.
All right. Well, I'll take it. -2. Actions. Give myself a dagger back. Roll it.
On.
14.
Yes.
Favorite foe.
Has to go.
Oh yeah, favored foe. Nice. Both buttons, please. 8 points of damage, which shouldn't be resisted.
It's not force damage because I couldn't activate plane of
Oh,
warrior.
Yeah, it's not
so
the-
it
it's not
has
the
been
final order.
resisted. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right.
Still
Catches
good
him.
damage.
It would have finished him off.
He's not-
And that's it.
He turns and slaps Godwin with his mocking slap.
Monster. He shouldn't have a D4 on him, but yeah.
Still hits.
Godwin's down. You don't have to roll.
Goblin
James.
immediately, and he leaps out of the window.
Instant death.
Tismay, you have an attack of opportunity if you wish.
This
to
is
take
it. This
Come on,
This
Dismay.
is the moment you've been waiting
Oh,
for.
no.
This is it, Tismay. Come on, you got this.
The dice gods are not in my favor.
Do it for Godwin.
Come on, today they may prove you wrong. Come on.
Okay, here we go.
No, that'll hit.
Oh my
Oh!
goodness!
Bingo.
Who knew?
I knew.
Okay.
We
Deep
all-
down.
Here
all
we
thought
go.
it.
And let's go. You do.
Damage.
No,
Oh my
Oh,
god.
God.
+3.
Oh. Oh yeah, it is a
resisting.
+3, but it's part. Yeah.
Oh
You
shit.
stab at him as he runs past, and you get a sense that the blade just doesn't seem to puncture whatever it is that's
Yep.
resisting the spell. He leaps through the window, and as soon as he gets outside the inn, he disappears. You notice the second that he does so, the decor of the inn changes. Around you, everything has gone gloomy, dark. All the lights have seemingly gone out of this place. And you look around, and what was a beautifully, I want to say parkour, but I don't think that's correct, parquet floor is now earth. What looked to be nice door frames are now hessian curtains that are blocking off other rooms. And all four of you immediately get assailed by this odor of urine and cheap shine and just rank, absolutely rank.
Not that bad.
From behind you, you hear people starting to move. You hear them talking. And it seems as though the whole inn is waking. What do you do?
I mean, the first thing I do is I run to the window just to make sure and look outside to see if I can even see this guy.
You look out into the darkness and the forest around you. Make a quick perception check for me.
Okay.
As you run by, I just kind of like there's one that's just slightly in you, and I just kind of.
No, god damn it! Ow! It's an artery! I dropped dead. I think that's the end.
Oh god.
Skills. There we go. Sorry, I always have a hard time finding the skills. Okay.
You see a faint glow, a faint green glow within the low-lying forest, just on the other side of the window, just on the other side of kind of the window, and then it disappears.
I still shoot.
Yes,
I still shoot.
The shot ricochets through this area, and what you notice is you're looking around. You don't hear the creek, you don't hear the river, what you do here is the door open next to Tismay, and this slovenly, smelly, bearded, pot-belly old man, well into his 70s, in one of those kind of onesies, with the butt flap, just kind of staggers out of the hotel room, and half of his top is completely stained by grease stains and beer, and keep it bloody down. I'm trying to sleep here.
Here in, I presume?
Yeah, who the hell are you? Sorry. And just kind of turns back towards the room, and you hear him throwing up in the corner. Oh, that was a crazy bloody dream. And congratulations, guys. That's level 4. We level up at that point.
It hurts. That's a painful level 4.
Oh boy.
And well played. And we're going to take a little bit of a break shortly, but I thought before we do that, what we might do is just roll level 4 hit points. And that way, what I can do during the break, I'll level you guys up, and then we can continue with our discussion with Kiernan and into the remainder of the session, if that's okay with everyone.
Yeah.
Congratulations. And well played, Taylor. That was tricky, trying to dodge around you there socially. That was a hard one. Well played.
That's
One thing I will put you in.
2 Fey now that have gotten away from us, with just a hair of HP left.
2 hit points left. If it hadn't had that resistance from the damage, I thought Tismay had of it.
I was reading. I was like, maybe favorite foe turns it magical. And it doesn't do any of that, does it?
Yeah, it's not magical.
I really needed planar warrior.
So, let's do this thing. So, who wants to go first? Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to roll a whatever your hit dice would be. You get to re-roll once, and we add your Constitution bonus to it. Pardon me. And this will increase your hit points.
Hit die is a D6, I believe. Sorry,
Taylor is going. No, you're definitely a D8.
So, who wants to go first? Anyone?
Taylor said Taylor's.
Taylor wants to go first. All right. So for Taylor, as a sorcerer, your hit points are
a D6.
D6. So left click and drag a 6-sided dice into the chat window for us. Let's see.
with advantage.
Oh, nice! Ezmerelda with a 6, and with your Constitution bonus of +2, so that's 8 more.
You just tripled your own personal health, right? That's like what you just.
I mean, she's had the crap beaten out of her so much in the last 2 days. I feel like
she earned it.
Makes sense that she just has rough. Yeah, she's just gotten used to it now.
And she's gonna go back to the Feywild and be like all calloused and
so
like,
ripped and calloused. Yeah.
I love it because of what you've chosen to do with your level up too. That works so perfectly.
Oh yeah, she's done with this bullshit.
Yeah, enough of being hurt. I'm done with being hurt. Who's next? Who wants to roll next?
I'll roll.
Okay. So Jared, I think you're a D10, aren't you?
I'll is it really?
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah, D10.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll get the 1. So.
Yeah. The 1 is not the best.
One's okay. You don't want the 2. Yeah.
6 isn't bad either. 6 isn't bad either. Right? Did it finally? Oh, it didn't log because it didn't drop.
It log. That's right. I trust you. So 7 more to Quinn. So 7 more to Quinn. I trust you, man. That's okay.
All right.
Who's next?
I'll go.
All right. Here's me. You are a D8. Left click and drag a D8 into the chat.
Don't sling it like I did.
7 plus the con bonus of 2. That's 9 more.
I see where this is going for me.
Yeah.
I know exactly where this is going.
I've seen this play out before.
Yeah. Okay.
Natural 20.
I already feel bad. I already feel bad about myself.
Yep. Oh, well, you know,
exactly
that ain't great. So an extra 4 for Bisbo.
4?
Yep.
Oh yeah, my con's only 1.
Yeah, so. All right, so we've got an extra 8 hit points for Ezmerelda, 9 for Tismay, 7 for Quinn, 4 for Bisbo. Thanks everyone. We're going to have a little bit of a break. We'll be back in about 15 minutes time because I've got a bit of leveling up to do in the background. And so grab yourself a drink,
have a smoke,
get yourself a snack, have a smoke, make some soup, try the trout. It's a lovely afternoon, and we'll be back in 15 minutes.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Oh man.
Anyway,
And
guys.
scene.
Yeah, and scene. Did we transition back? Hold on. I
Maybe.
lost all my
I'm a bit
screens.
drunk.
Yeah, we did.
And hello. Hi. Welcome back. Welcome back to
That's it.
Feytouched. Thanks for the extended long break. While you were gone, we leveled up. So our mighty adventurers are now level 4. And I've got to say that was earning it the hard way. That was how many fights in 2 days in one
Just
level?
12. If you're Ezmerelda, you have done nothing but fight your entire life. You've just
Yeah.
been. Her brothers warned her, and she said, "Fuck you guys. I'm gonna do my own."
That bad.
Your that headset is still tweaking out for you. It's still fading in and out, by the way. I know you want to be wireless, but
No. I forgot to switch
It over. I was charging everything.
Oh, there we go.
Um,
Just stay exactly like that for the whole stream.
Don't move.
Don't move. So welcome back. We're all level 4. When last we were fighting, you guys almost got this strange puppet master-like creature who hurled a wand at Tismay before leaping out the door, out a window, being chased by Godwin and Bisbo as he fires into the night. The inn itself has been transformed. It is a strange looking place now. It smells terrible. It's got an earthen floor. This does not look like the salubrious inn with beautiful trout and lovely flowered wine. And instead you're greeted by this rank, overweight, pot-bellied, long-bearded, grey-haired, cantankerous drunk that immediately upon introducing himself to Bisbo turned straight back into the room and started throwing up.
while
You guys
he's
are in a-
vomiting,
Yep.
can I turn and see if the center of the inn where we were all fighting, if is there a downed like patron there? Like is there someone that's
Yeah. You see that there is a human unconscious on the floor, and you see that there is a gnome here. She looks middle-aged, between about 50 years old, grey-haired, pulled back, that's just leapt out of the kitchen. Harry! No, Harry! And is kind of frantically trying to kind of check that he's alive at the moment.
can
It's not doing
I
well.
go and do
Medicine?
any sort of stability check?
Yep, make a medicine
Yeah.
roll.
If Tismay hears that, she'll head over also.
Okay, so you can both roll medicine, or one can assist the other with it and do advantage.
You're the cleric.
I was
I
gonna
plus.
cast-
Go ahead.
Or we're just going to cast Cure Wounds and then you're all fine. Or
Oh,
Spare
no,
the
I don't
Dying.
have any spell slots left, but I have Spare the
Yeah.
Dying at least.
Look, I
far
will
away.
get you to do the advantage medicine check, only because it's been a few rounds since he went
Right.
down. So just to see if you can find any sign of life before you do Spare the Dying.
How do you? I have +4. Do you want to go?
You said medicine?
Yep.
Plus 7?
Dear.
Why'd you say it like that?
Someone level up.
Oh, I leveled up. Okay, that's why I was
Someone
like,
now
how
has
does that
20
happen?
wisdom. So that's
Surprise
what
with your own
happens with that stuff.
I forgot about the level up that quick. Okay.
I will prepare him for the CPR, so I'll like roll him on his side, bring his other arm up, and kind of tilt his head away. You know, like do the whole.
check his passage.
Yeah, exactly. Lift his head slightly.
Well, you're rolling +7 with advantage. So if this guy doesn't live through this, we're in a bit of trouble.
Be unfortunate.
Famous last words, no, easily 24. You know, you move him over immediately, and the girl looks at you as if she's never seen you before, this woman. Oh, thanks. Where'd you lot come from?
It's a little complicated. There was
What the hell?
There was a spell or something on this place. Someone.
Maybe.
Spell?
We just got here.
Welcome.
It's a lovely afternoon, isn't it? I'm sorry. What was your name?
It's dark. Oh, Penelope. Bloody hell, the fire's gone out. What the hell's happened?
There's a flame turret
Sorry.
looking at her, by the way. It's right there. It's right next to her. I haven't moved it, so
Is
as
any
you
of
look
the
over,
inn,
there's like a dragon head.
is any of the inn damaged?
Yeah, you see that there is scorch marks on the wooden walls. You see that what seemingly was a huge fireplace is just kind of like one of these drums. It's kind of like with a funnel that goes out as a chimney. It's there's a fair amount of blackened walls. The walls are thick though. It's a heavy timber, so a burst of flame isn't setting this thing alight. But you do look around, and there's tables that are overturned. You see that there's glasses that have been shattered. There is a half-orc standing quite dumbfounded in the room, and there is a number of men here, human men that are wearing heavy furs. They smell terrible. They've got long beards. The mountain men of the forest, the furriers and trappers, are kind of looking around very dazed at what the hell's gone on here. They're certainly not in the finery of the courtiers that you saw when you first moved into the inn.
Quinn just lays on the ground. He's tired. He has mind rot. He has nothing left in his tank. I might even just spoon this unconscious guy if he's still, just gonna kind of lay on the ground.
Sure.
Just looks like a starfish and just breathe for a moment.
Kenan wipes his face and walks out of the corridor, back out into the main corridor. Said, "Penny, what'd you put in that last batch? Bloody hell, my head's ringing."
Checks out. Saved a life. No gratitude.
Ezmerelda, after taking a moment to breathe through her mouth and get the stench out, will just, what do you all remember last?
To all of us.
Ezmerelda's gonna look down at Quinn and just shake her head.
It's a big party. Yeah. Oh boy, that was heavy drinking though. Even Penny got into it. Yeah, everyone's having a bloody good old time. Yeah, that bard, that traveller fella, came in here and set up doing his jigs and a dance. Oh, geez, me guts are feeling a bit crook now though. Oh. And I'm hungry. It's cold. Penny, fire the fire up. Let's get some stew going. Sorry, fucking kobold. What are you?
I'm still in the back room. I just didn't follow him back.
Okay.
And I'm you can just probably hear hammering as I'm repairing.
Okay. As you start
yeah, and it probably is a little weird that I haven't come in, but I'm just I'm just gone. I'm off to myself doing this.
Sure. The heavy set man walks immediately across, and you get a sense that most of the patrons here help themselves to the liquor, in that they'll probably end up paying her overnight. So he just kind of immediately goes to the tap of one of the kegs and just pours a wooden tankard. What was pretty fine pewter and nice glassware, it's just wooden stuff, it's not a great look. He kind of takes a swig, has a bit of a sniff just to check that it's by its normal day, and just barely looks around. He hasn't dressed yet, still wearing that kind of onesie with the butt flap that just
is the flap around. Up or down? Can you roll for flap up or down?
Make a perception check. No. That's a 6. That's very much down.
Please describe on a level of is it hairy?
This guy is hirsute. He's very hairy.
Yeah.
So the beard is well down into the middle of his, and you see that there's the tufts of hair coming under the collar.
Oh, he's got the full. He could be naked and still look like he's got clothes on. He's got that much hair.
Yeah, and in fact, the butt cheeks are fully covered with white fur. This is he's hairy. This is silverback alpha gorilla like, but
Ezmerelda is going to lean over to Tisme and, are you sure your mentor was married to a human and not some weird bugbear?
I assume I've ever met.
Never met Kenan.
No. Okay.
Way before your time.
I honestly have no idea what's going on, but this is who Romilly said we're supposed to meet.
Ezmerelda will just nod and turn to this man and go, Romilly sent us.
There's not a shudder, but a resignation of this kind of shoulders drooping. The crone. Right. I'm not going back. She can beg me. I'm not going back. I've done my time. I served my sentence. I'm not going back.
Why get married to someone you so vehemently dislike?
Well, let's just say you get more years for murder. It takes an acquired taste, really. Acquired taste that I didn't quite like the taste of after a while. She's still nagging? What, she sent you to nag me? What now? Oh. He kind of looks around and
not exactly.
and notices Quinn's military uniform. You're a long way from home, son.
Quinn's exhausted. He has mind rot. This guy looks like a furry werebear. I don't know, like, I feel like he would kind of look at him and honestly just take all of him in and immediately not even answer him and just walk towards Bisbo. Like, just get up, walk back towards the hallway where Bisbo's hammering and just ignore him. So maybe bad RP, but like he just doesn't even know what to deal with right now, and he's just gonna check in on the one constant that he kind of knows right now, which is over there hammering away. It sounds like in a hallway.
Ding, 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 ding. And yeah, James, let me know when 10 minutes is passed.
Sure. The X has sent the popo is kind of what he's looking at. You know, as you move back, it's like, right, so you bring the army. What does she want? He turns back to you two.
We got into a bit of trouble back in the town, in the village, and had to abscond, I guess you could say. She sent us here. We needed somewhere to go to lie low for some time, and she said maybe you could help.
Is your disguise on or off?
Oh, I think it'd be off by now. Yeah.
Right. Somewhere to stay? Is that the plan?
Not forever.
Right.
For a little while.
What kind of trouble? This kind of trouble? He looks around the inn and sees all the cascading stuff. You get a sense that he's starting to, the fuse around his head, maybe because of the beer, he's starting to kind of get a bit more kind of lucid. He takes a bit of a look at you and says, "How long have you been here?"
Here, like at the inn?
Yeah.
Or
a few hours at most.
Unclear.
Right. He reaches out to touch your face. Tisme. You can smell the earth and the sweat from his palm.
Tisme would kind of hesitate, like draw back for a second, not quite sure what he was doing.
Hang on, hold still. And he moves his other hand to cut behind your head as he grabs his thumb and just kind of pulls down your eye like this. Not the milky one, the good one.
Okay. She'll stand there.
You came from the strands. Spores, fungus. Kind of tweaks your head.
Oh.
Has she been hit?
Yes, we encountered some sort of. Yeah, me and Quinn, the one you were just speaking to, we were hit with some sort of spores, as you said.
Penny, boil some water. Boil a big pot of water. Right. And you got it in you?
Yes. It's. I believe everything's been a little fuzzy, hard to concentrate since then.
He looks immediately at Ezmerelda, and you got it, and moves towards you. You can smell the sweat and the beer, and immediately goes to grab your face as well to kind of have a peek in your eye.
Ezmerelda will flare up. She goes from her spring pinks to just summer red, and do not touch me. I do not have it, and I would request that you stay back 5 feet. Your stench is offensive.
Right. You're not from the village.
I would hope not.
Soldier and a she. Bloody interesting. Right, well, let's get you sorted. Penny, get some water. Sit down. Is that it? You're the only one?
The other soldier, let me go grab Quinn.
And that would be 10 minutes. Ezmerelda, you walk to the back, out the back, and you hear the sounds of hammering.
What does Quinn do when he first walked to me? Said you walked back to me.
Yeah, he's gonna kind of like fidget, like, with like, I don't know, stow all his daggers and kind of like rough himself up, because I feel like he, I don't know, made himself look like a server when he was under the influence of the Fey or whatever. But just kind of standing behind you, like looking around. And what are you doing? You're still hammering something?
He sees you there. He has like a small nod, and then he's working on. Unless you say something, he's not saying anything to you. He's just working on Godwin.
I didn't mean to throw the daggers at you.
It's fine. It wasn't you.
You're doing okay? I noticed you were a little more feisty than usual.
Doing fine. Talk about it later. Can I roll deception to hide my tears?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, so nice.
Because I'm like
Right.
working like this.
So beautiful.
I'm in.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I am
Just
trying to hide his tears.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has it.
That's
Jared.
Yeah,
has
you're
disadvantage
not-
for mine, right?
not all of it.
I can roll. I roll
thought-
this vision.
I'm fine. I'm totally fine. It's oil in my eye. Everything's fine. I'll talk
Oil and
later.
glitter.
All right. Hey. Yeah. Talk to you later. And he'll just kind of turn and like I'll intercept Ezmerelda as
Ezmerelda's
she's
just coming through?
Yeah.
Sure.
So I'll. He's fine. He's just preparing Godwin. Hi.
Hi. It's a shame you disheveled yourself. You were quite nice when you were polished, but it appears that the drunk may be able to fix your mind rot, so why don't you go in there? I'll talk to Bisbo.
I think let's just give Bisbo a moment. He's almost
That moment you hear
Godwin.
bzzz, right?
Oh,
Godwin comes back up. Like a little triumphant fanfare coming out of his sound recorder. And then as you say that, Bisbo just kind of comes up and he's like, "I'm fine. Let's go out there." And he just brushes past you. Godwin kind of following, kind of looking concerned. His eye apertures can kind of like rotate and go smaller and large. So he has that kind of like Wall-E expression. If you remember. Exactly like that. So he has that kind of like Wall-E, like robotic expression. So he kind of looks concerned, and then he looks at like Ezmerelda with that concerned look, and it's like, and then kind of keeps walking on. And Bisbo will just walk in and head straight for the bar. And then he'll kind of look up at the alcohol. He's he's only had one drink in his life, but I don't know, can I reach anything or?
Can he reach anything in the bar? For sure. Yeah.
Can I reach anything? I'm 2.5 feet tall.
Yeah. The bar owners are known.
Okay, so I grab something random, I guess. I'm trying to find something good, but I don't think I know.
Look, it's a shitty bar. This is not a nice place, So
Okay.
you'll find a dusty brown glass
It
bottle.
works.
Yep.
Pull it off.
It's not beer. It's not a tankard. It seems to be, it's got less shit on it than the other bottles.
That works. I go over. You guys, as I interrupted you, and like you see, like I'm pushing a chair slowly, and then I'm like trying to climb up it. And I pour a little glass for myself, and then I pour an even smaller glass for Godwin. Like a little saucer. And I'm drinking. Godwin looks concerned again.
Oh.
It's almost like a vinegar wine. You don't know any different, but this wine's turned. It's been corked for years.
This is good stuff. I got the. Oh, this is so delicious as it burns my throat going down.
Yeah, you did. yeah, you did.
Oh,
I'm
looking at you guys coming in.
Ezmerelda's gonna kind of just push Quinn towards Tismay and go sit next to Tismay.
Yeah, they probably just kind of stumble over there and just have a seat. Maybe like weirdly, like on his, I don't know, like on his knees, like almost in like a prayer stance. Just kind of sit down on the ground.
Get up! I'm not getting down that far. Sit on a bloody stool. Are you a man or an idiot? Come on! And he kind of leans forward and grabs you by the cheek, and then starts to pull the eye down. Yeah, you got it too. Feeling a bit funny, I imagine. Feeling a bit stupid. It takes old, you become under their control, Did you get it?
Do they smell?
The fungus rot? Yeah. You can't smell that? You can smell them. You guys can't smell these people? They smell like fruit.
The only thing I smell is the vomit under your tongue.
At least you're alive, pal. For now.
At least I'm alive.
Here's right in.
Well,
alive enough to smell.
Quinn's fucking thinking about the fact that he was passed out in a room while they were fighting a Fey beast. Sure.
Did you say anything?
At this point, probably not. No, not with the mind rot, not with the exhaustion. Like, just no.
Won't get any worse before it gets better. Let me boil some water. I've got a few things you can have.
Appreciate it.
And he has a bit of a sniff as he looks around all four of you. Wasn't just mind rot though. Bit of a spray. You've had quite an afternoon.
It's the meat spray. Are you hungry?
Nah, I'll do all right. Right, well, looks towards Tismay. What do you want then? While the water's boiling.
I'm not exactly sure. Romilly just sent us to I don't know. She thought that maybe you could help me in some way. But we seem to have gotten ourselves into yet again another bit of trouble here.
What's the issue? I understand why you're here, but why would she send you to me? Come on out with it. Tell me what happened.
Do you love your wife, sir, ex-wife?
Oh yeah, we are the absolute epitome of matrimonial lust. Let me tell you, can't you tell? Do I look?
Do you talk to her at all?
No.
So she sent us to you. So what does that tell you that we need? Of all the people in this pothole of a forest, she sent us to you. So what does that clue you in that we really need?
An embarrassment to the town and family like I am, I'm assuming. She wants you out of the way so that she can be the pillar of society she always wanted to be.
I throw the glass bottle down on the floor.
Fuck yes.
And I say, look, you son of a bitch. We have been through hell and back. Okay? There's a lot of stuff going on. In a nutshell, we are under invasion from Dark Fae. And apparently, you are the only one who can help us.
Well, no one said anything about no Dark Fae. I ask you what happened, and next thing you know, I'm getting asked by my bloody wife. What happened?
Perhaps we should start from the beginning. You've probably noticed that the forest has been a bit different. Not what you're used to.
Me?
Yes. In the last few days, few weeks, haven't you felt the change?
He can't feel anything. He doesn't have any fucking clothes on half the time.
No, I mean, Ren and I, we were trapping, brought some here to pick up some. Forest was fine when I left it yesterday.
What was the date yesterday?
We don't really run this. We don't really run calendars around here. And he looks out the window and he looks up at the stars. Oh, shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit.
Right.
Yeah, right. We seem to have been waylaid a bit longer than...
Waylaid.
Uh,
Quinn grabs
Longer
Bisbo's bottle.
or-
Yep. A month, maybe more.
A month under Fey control. Okay. Ezmerelda will quietly give a sigh and, what do you know of the Fey within these woods?
Well, most you leave like normal, capricious little things. Leave them alone, don't get near the circles during spring. Keep the Fey trod roads clear. I know the old ways.
Well, thank you.
But I've not
Finally.
seen much activity though.
That bard you were speaking of, nothing struck you out of the ordinary?
He's actually quite talented and knew what he was doing, if that's what you mean.
No,
Do you get a lot of bards like that in your area here?
Yeah, I can't say we do. Penny, when's the last time we had a bard through? We never had a bard through, you idiot. Yeah, no, I can't say that I've ever seen a bard come through here before.
Here we are
Okay,
a month
but-
later.
All right, I accept it. Okay. So we've had a shadow fey through here, cast a
And-
glamour. What's that got to do
and-
with this one? And he looks towards Tisme.
Is
I'm
Tisme's
assuming
glamour up?
No.
Yeah.
I'm assuming those horns are new.
Yes.
Yes.
It
was a recent occurrence.
Who's your father?
My father.
Yeah.
Where is he? Back in the village.
Who's your father?
Oh, who? Who is my father? The baker. My name is Tisme Alathair.
Alathair. Yeah, I remember him. You're a little baby. Hang on, there's a few of you. His sister. You're the little one.
I'm the middle. Yes. My father, Arjun. Or my mother.
Yeah, right. So the eyes new, the horns are new.
Yes. It seems I've been, does the name O Muerta mean anything to you?
Yes. But we killed her.
It seems that may not be the case.
What?
I've been training with Romilly to be the new cleric in town. When the day came for my confirmation, things did not go according to plan. Or according to Romilly's plan anyways, and I was changed.
By a muerta.
That seems to be the running theory, yes.
Impossible. I watched her die.
These
We
fake
sealed the
creatures
portal. I watched her die.
Portal?
Right?
Quinn has entered the chat.
Yeah, right. You sealed a portal.
Well, Thrimbana sealed the portal. I held them off while they could.
Shadow Fey creatures that have. This wasn't the first attack. This bard that came to us here. It's been happening ever since I was changed, and a couple of them have brought up the name of Omerta, that she's interested in me in some way.
Don't you have a parting gift of sorts from her?
Oh, yes.
20 years ago. 20 years ago that we sealed that place. There's no way she could have survived. Trimbana worked the magic. I watched him do it. She gave her life. He gave his life. They were dragged in. There's no way Omerta survived that.
Well, whatever you did didn't stick, because we've been dealing with her and her minions for, it feels like 6 weeks, but I guess it's only been 2 days.
It's a crow creature, a weird, giggly, I don't know, half
been a lot. There's
dark
been a lot.
elf, the horned puppeteer.
You describe all the creatures?
As best
Sure.
I can, yeah.
Yeah, I'll help.
Yeah, right.
But we do believe that, there's more than just her operating now. There has been, I was actually sent here on a big case, and I've got wrapped up with Tisme's plight. But the Shadow Fae at large have been causing chaos and havoc across the kingdoms. So it's possible they could have freed her.
Possible. This is very bad. Very bad. That hag is not to be trifled with, and if her minions are coming through, as you say, this is not a good place to be.
Do you mean like not a good place, like we have to get out of here now, or can we catch our breath for a couple of days?
No, if it'll take some time for word to get back. Yeah, I think we can still rest. I can certainly find more information. I
have to
will
ask
do
you-
some work.
Can you
Go
find
on.
some pants first?
Yes, I can make you some pants if you want, but
Oh, shit. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't.
Close the
Okay.
butt flap.
Godwin, take
Ezmerelda-
care of that. Godwin flies down, claps his flap,
Just
sews it shut. Fucking sews it shut. Not even. It is sewed, sealed forevermore.
Sure.
That's
Magical
it.
sickle on it.
Magical.
I know it's been a long night, but since you're going to go research, I've been looking information on Tremana, who I knew that you worked with.
Thrimbana.
Yes, she had a book on shadow elves. I believe what it was called. The give me a second. The name of the book.
And you've come from the village?
I come from the eastern cities.
Did you speak to Digby?
The gnome?
The gnome?
I mean, I spoke to her when she was all crazy under the.
No. Digby. The wizard. In Riverbend.
We did not meet Digby, right?
Nope.
No, I did not meet any
No, he
Digby.
had all of her books.
Oh, you got to be
If he's
back in
still
the village.
alive. Yeah, back in the village.
Damn it!
Back on the
Give me that
cart.
bottle. I'm like, give me that good stuff. Oh God, it burns. Oh.
So
Hey.
Loita's back. Shadow Fae are coming. And you two have got mind fungus. Well, that's going to be an interesting afternoon.
Can
I
I
need
like?
to send word. Need to send word to some friends. You two stay sit. I'm Once that water's boiled, I'll take care of those eyes. Give me a moment. He takes 5 steps to the door and then emerges out into the darkness. As he takes the step through the threshold, you watch his front arms extend and lope out into the form of a dire wolf and just starts bounding out towards the forest, leaving you guys at the bar for a second.
Well,
Tismay, I know we just met, and I know we started this just trying to help you and our interests are aligned, but this hag, it's become personal now.
You don't have to have any part in this. This is my fault.
not your fault.
Well, I think the definition of personal is it doesn't matter now. So, regardless of whose fault it is, we've all got a stake in this. I mean, you're here. We've got a battalion of, I don't know, what, 30, 40, 50 soldiers?
Mm-hmm.
The village, wherever the fuck Ezmerelda's from.
Excuse you, the Court of Roses.
Sure.
Rude.
Sure. So, not your fault, but I think we're all involved a little bit.
This is
I can't hear, we can't
Just
hear
lost you.
your sound.
Could you repeat that, Ezmerelda?
Nope.
Nope. Emo.
It's Ernest, though. Oh,
Oh.
Just do some tech work. Quinn's gonna kind of like cross his legs, like in the center of like where he was sitting, waiting for weird dire wolf guy to go through. And at some point before this ends, he wants to cast Detect Portal for the first time since he's been here, and he'd
Nice.
love to take that image of Amorta and try and like see if he can feel like a twinge of what, knowing now that she's connected to something external, and see if he can figure out anything going on in his area. Do that whenever you want. I just wanted to let you know.
How long does that take, Jared?
It's instantaneous as far as I know.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I guess while we're also waiting, Bisba will look to you, Tismay, and say, what is that thing that they gave you?
Yeah. Tismay will pull out the wand and for the first time actually give it a look over. Also, we'll as she's giving a look over, we'll hand it over.
He puts his hand out. He's like, give me that fucking
Yeah.
wand. Not having another feather into
Before
it.
that, before
you
she
look
gives
at it. Yeah.
At it.
Let me describe this. So what it looks like is a candlestick. So
Okay.
it has got
It's creepy
a
already.
thin bone-like handle that ends in what look to be four small animal skulls, maybe bird skulls that are in compass points, with a long, thin tallow of what looks to be wax, with literally a wick on the end of it. It's this huge, long, elongated. So it looks like a wand in that it's wand size, and it's nice and thin, but it is actually a long candle. It seems to be able to be lit on the tip of
It
it.
just screams Voldemort.
Ezmerelda's gonna rack her brain. This sounds familiar to me.
Ooh. Make an Arcana check.
Yeah, that
Nice.
This is a hag wand for sure. Used to augment or disguise the requirement for verbal components. So you can use this to not have to speak magical words. That's just what you're aware of.
That looks to be a hag's wand. Any hag that has a wand no longer has to speak magic to evoke it. This wand works in that manner, but we don't know. I still am uncomfortable with it. Bisbo, if you don't mind, let's just make sure.
Waiting for it. Give me the
it's up to Tisma as whether she hands it over to the scientist or if she likes it.
Okay, she doesn't really want to give it over because its weirds are out.
I'm not going to take it. I just want to inspect it so it's not a homing beacon again or something. Tisme?
Right. You're right. It's just...
Either that or you run the risk of this candle, once it's lit, taking you directly to Omerta.
Well, isn't that what needs to happen? At some point?
At some point. Not now.
When we're level 20, that's exactly when that should happen. In the meantime.
Quinn, your mind rot.
Yeah, I'm just babbling.
Your mind rot is just out of control. Maybe, why don't you rest your head a bit, Quinn?
Yeah, I'm cross-legged.
I like you better as...
Yeah, I'm cross-legged.
Cross-legged and concentrating.
Just getting ready.
Portaling.
Yeah. Ezmerelda will just quietly, I liked him better as a waiter.
I throw a dab grinder. I'm just kidding.
Another one?
Disney, why it's not your fault, as we said, and we have a personal stake in this. There's obviously a temptation towards this hag that you have to fight, and you have to trust us a bit, because we've been here helping you. So please trust me, and I don't want it to affect us or you. And I just want to evaluate what is going on with it.
Ezmerelda will also chime in, and if you want to face Omerta, I would rather it be on your terms and when you choose to, not when you might accidentally put yourself into her reach.
Knowledge is power.
Detect if it's magical. I mean, I feel like we know it's magical.
That's not what I'm detecting.
It's made of bone and candle. Don't mind me. I'm just kind of.
I see his eyes close, and he's just saying this shit out loud. He can detect what schools of magic may be on this wand. If there's something that could cause you danger, we can find it. Just let him take a look. Please?
Oh, we lost your audio.
No.
Right, no,
I don't think she just panicked. She's just troubled. I don't think she said anything.
No, that was me. I think that was just me talking. Sure, Tisme will reluctly. She'll keep a hand on the end of it, but we'll hand it over.
And pull it.
There's a
little bit of that going on.
Tisme, come on, guys. Here,
the one thing you do
Godwin.
realize is that this candle wouldn't come out of the holder. Like, as you're doing this little jostle, the candle itself is not moving. It seems to be completely a solid object, as opposed to something in the holder.
Just 10 minutes. I just needed them for 10 minutes.
Reluctantly do it, but she was sitting right there the whole time.
She's
not taking her eye off of it.
So
just
strong.
Kind of staring at it.
So real quick before we get back to... Oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, please go.
I was just going to say before we get back to Jared, you guys see me again pull, this glass cylinder out. And I would say, I don't want to overstep my bounds here, James, but as far as Ezmerelda, I'm pulling out some other things, and I have this big tube with dials.
Mhm.
But I would say to her, if I don't know if Ezmerelda is watching me do this.
I'm assuming so.
If
Yep.
she's curious about what I'm doing, I don't know if make an arcane check or just let her know, because there's kind of something here that maybe would be discoverable is what I'm saying. So I don't know.
Sure.
How do you want to play that?
Are you bringing out your notes in as well? Is this something that you'd have to be rifling through your paperwork to kind of?
Yeah, I mean,
work
I have
through?
I do. I'm opening a book and then
Yep.
I'm like setting it up based on this book. So
Yep.
I don't know if Ezmerelda is curious, there is something here, is what I would say.
That's over to Ezmerelda if you can be bothered. If she cares enough about a kobold to warrant an Arcana check, I wouldn't, but it's over to her really. What she wants to do.
He absolutely would.
Okay. Hear the thing?
All the machinations of the of city foreign to her.
Yep. 17, sure. What's your Arcana?
My Arcana?
Yep.
My skill.
What's your bonus in Arcana?
Plus
Add 10
6.
to it. Yeah, sure. So 17 beats the 16, sure.
So as you see me setting this up, and obviously the cylinder, you've seen it before, this kind of the cylinder that can grow and stretch. That looks like glass, but it's almost like gelatinous, as I can kind of put it to any size. These dials and stuff were very different from your magic, and you've seen me do detect magic before with my different poles that all, I don't know if I explained before, that all have like their own polarity that kind of resonates with frequencies of different types of magic.
Yep.
Because I've kind of quantified all the schools of magic. What you start to notice here is that I'm actually using the same thing. I'm using what I use to detect magic, the same rods and some of the contain control panels. I'm just configuring it with this other piece in a different way. So this is like almost this core technology of these kind of magical receivers. It's being reconfigured to do this separate thing. So it would be very unlike, most magic. It's like I'm kind of using a cell phone with different apps almost,
Yep.
in a steampunk way. So as I'm like dialing in and like basically like I'm creating a field that's trying to resonate with this item, and that's how I'm getting like readings, which probably wouldn't make the most sense to you, but that's kind of the impression that you're getting.
Okay, so when she's watching this, is this his way of identifying this item?
But in a very
Wow.
different way. It's not at an emotional level, it's very much at a
Technical.
cerebral level.
Ezmerelda will watch him with fascination, and I have never thought that doing this in such a precise and is this scientific? It looks like it might be scientific.
And I would even say you saw me working on Godwin, right?
Yeah, no, I helped.
Yeah,
him
and
with surgery at
assisted.
one point.
Yep.
Yeah. So actually now it like might even hit you now that when I'm working on Godwin, besides my little tools, he also has this little magical field set up. And again, it's like the pieces from this just reconfigured in a different way, kind of to like stabilize his energy while I was like actually mechanically, it's the same kind of like core components were being used on him as well.
Ezmerelda will be crouching down and just be like, this is fascinating. I cannot wait till we have time to talk more about this.
You crouch down and watch as he works, and as you start to extrapolate the energy signatures of this object, as you start to work through the resonance of how the magic and the weave courses through this, you might think it in very different terms, in terms of almost like an ether that kind of operates around the magical item. The first thing you sense is heavy uses of transmutation. This is about change. This is about alteration. Of being able to take sound and remove it, to take sound and change it. The auditory ability to both dampen and augment sounds is extraordinary. And it's very unlike anything else you've seen. It's almost like a volume control that of the world that you would be able to use as you kind of work through it. And as you probe more and start to resonate more and more magic within this space, you realize, there's more to this. It has its own power. It has its own creativity. It has its own ability to generate its own magic, its own power signature. And as you creep down and you watch Bisbo's eye furrow, this is unusual, this is a little bit different, I will have Ezmerelda and Bisbo to make an insight check for me, please. Sorry, Jared, you're muted.
Am I muted?
Yeah, I know you're right now. Go for it.
Oh, let's see. Just have him make a wisdom saving throw. Something real fun.
Ezmerelda, you watch as you see this power, this resonance power start to shimmer. As you see him almost adding energy to see what's going on here, and you feel it. You feel the wand itself start to generate its own signal. And you hear a voice come through. It's almost as if Bisbo's been dialing with a radio, yeah? And Ezmerelda hears in her mind, why? It's too soon. Way too soon. Are they there yet? Have you found them? Have you played the song?
The song. Ezmerelda's gonna look at Bisbo to see if he's reacting.
He hasn't heard a thing.
Control Alt Delete. Control Alt Delete.
Ezmerelda is gonna just quietly shake her head and song. What song? And Ezmerelda's gonna turn to Tisme and ask, Tisme, when you danced in the pre-dawn light, did you hear music?
She's with you. She's with you. You are close. Let her speak for herself. Place me within her hand. She is close.
What is he called?
I am her mother. I am a muerta. You know me. Be quick. We won't speak again till the dawn. Let me talk with her. Let me speak.
Ezmerelda's head to
Shoot up and look between
Bisbo and Tisme and Marta. She's in my head. She's in that one.
Impossible.
No, I just heard her. She's using that one. She said she can't come again till the dawn. She's gonna look at Tisme and if you take this one, you may lose control.
Sorry, Taylor, you broke up in the last bit of that. Just need to quickly fix the audio. Sorry. You're coming and going. We're getting it.
Okay. What now? She's going to say,
Perhaps lean back a bit. I don't know if actually being closer is worse or better. Sorry.
Zoom is
killing my phone.
There we go. Good. Now we're good. You're good.
Don't move.
Yay!
Yeah, awesome.
Yay. Just a second.
Yep, perfect.
Ezmerelda is going to look at Tisme and say, Omerta is speaking through this wand. This wand will give her not only a direct line of communication to you, but it may open your mind to her. I don't think you should take this.
distracted. Did you hear that? Yep. Muted the Trini? No?
I don't think she's saying.
Oh, no,
she's
still not.
She's processing.
Oh, okay, you can hear me, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay, sorry. I think I was muted. How did you heard her?
In my mind.
I have no idea.
So for you, as Tismay's struggling with this Bisbo, and you kind of finish your analysis of this thing. This is a strange object, and you'd be aware of other ways to do this, where you would have kind of a speaking thing that you would speak into, and then someone else would hear this from a distance. But this is completely unusual. There's no speaker, there's no amplification devices, there's no power source. It's just kind of like, how the hell does this work?
Okay.
You realize that lighting this candle allows you to speak to someone, either close within distance or over a long distance if you're familiar with who that person is. It also allows you to disregard verbal components.
If it's lit.
If it's lit. This thing is called the Wand of Whispers.
Ooh. Do I think there's any chance of, besides communication, any chance of her being influenced or taken over or anything like that?
No.
It's just communication. Okay.
Just communication. So in terms of the object itself, just for bland things, it allows you to cast message. It allows you to cast sending. And you can use, and at the use of charges, it has 7 charges a day.
Jesus.
And it also allows you to, you can spend a charge based on the spell level up to level 5 spells to avoid verbal components for those spells. So you light the wand, cast a spell without having to use verbal components.
It's like free silent spell.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Well, it's a way to avoid a silent spell, because you can use the wand to.
You also have to talk with the most powerful hag.
I meant the meta magic. I meant the meta magic spell. But yeah. I would say Ezmerelda, I don't think that's the issue. I think this allows for communication, but I don't think there's any chance of you being taken over, Tismay. But you will be able to talk to her if somebody knows once it's lit. It's a very strange and powerful object, but I do not think that there's any chance of you being taken over or influenced. It's just communication.
There's still a way for her to be influenced via communication. Not all influence is magical.
That's true. You can definitely be manipulated.
It's your choice, Tismay.
But it's very powerful. I start listing off its abilities. Like I'm just so excited. Like I'm scared, but then I'm really excited. And I tell you,
Back.
Take it back. Well, it's now been identified.
Yeah, I'm done.
So
I hand it to you.
I'm dropping it in your inventory. Tismay gets the Wand of Whispers. Every good wish needs a wand, I think.
Means you can't be counterspelled.
Turning it over in her hand.
All right, so it's in your inventory with a little red dragon, so you can have a look at it as whenever you need it. You do get a sense that the power has gone for the day. Effectively, I'd used message 5 times, sending 5 times, just as we were discussing as the mental charge. So at dawn, you'll get new charges for the wand. For Quinn, sitting down on the floor of the inn, his mind wandering, your mind goes beyond. When you activate this spell, is there a change in you? Does it look different? How does describe this for me, will you?
Yeah, probably with detect magic. I think given detect portal.
Yep.
Even despite the training, I think Quinn has a knack for it, and so I think you kind of see, sort of this sort of like orange orange, yellow, red, like kind of eyes, like kind of like this spark almost around the eyes as he kind of fades into like into himself almost, and just sees. He like looks around, but he doesn't see like like the physical spaces around him. He's seeing, I would imagine, these magical ley lines zipping through and folding around the terrain and through all these places. But he's like trying to hone in on a magical portal. So on his exterior, he's probably almost looking but not seeing anything. But and there's this red and orange and yellow sort of like light kind of emanating from his eyes as he looks into the distance.
Yeah, awesome.
For the range of like 1 mile, I think.
Yeah, so the eyes extend out and your vision shifts where you start to look for the planar energy. You start to look for the lane lines and the portals, and where the veil might be a bit thinner between here and the Feywild or other planar areas. And immediately as you sense around as you're looking there, it takes a while, it takes a few moments, but you recognize there are no portals within a mile. But what you do feel and what you do see is the channel of energy that runs to the west. You are on a ley line. You can feel it. You can sense the magic and you can sense the power. And it's at that point that I think you realize that why this illusion was able to be cast and maintained for so long. This is a significant vortex of magic. This is a significant interplay where multiple magics come together within this zone. There's no portal here, but you do get a sense that there is magic everywhere. And following your eyesight as you kind of glance through, you realize the ley line runs straight through this inn and then hooks to the west, deeper into the forest, deeper away from civilization and far into the west. Like as you watch Quinn's eyes extend out, you see this fire, this yellow-red burning ley energy heading to the west, heading to where the sun would set.
And I think in a moment it's gone, and like he just blinks, and like the energy disperses, and he's tired, and he probably still lays back, just lays back.
As he lays back, as Bisbo finishes his ritual, the gnome Penny brings back a small cauldron of boiling water and props it on the bar, and the loping direwolf emerges from the darkness into the dim light of this room and transforms back into Tiernan. And you see that the clothes are still a bit scruffy. They look like they've been a bit more rough. And he says, "We're safe. There's no one around. No tracks, no trails. I think we'll be fine. And I've sent word for Ren. We can sleep here. Now, let me get some of this water in your eye." As he storms towards the cauldron, you see that he plucks a whole heap of herbs that he must have gathered, drops it down into this boiling pot of water, and then grabs a spoon and moves towards you both. And that's where we're going to leave it for the week.
Burning out the eyeballs of my
burning eyes.
Yeah.
Well played, everyone. Well done with the good combat, and the magic continues. Thanks so much, everyone, for joining us. I continue to have a wonderful game, and these guys are amazing. So much fun to play with.
Awesome job, James.
So much cool lore, so much cool eye horror and horrible candle-like wands. Very much appreciated. But we'll see everyone next week. Congratulations again. Level 4 is a cool thing. So well played. We'll see you all next week. See you next time.
All right.
Bye,
See you
everyone.
next time. Bye.